world full of chaos, we are your outlet to voice your frustrations. The world's first interactive podcast where the audience can become a guest of the show. Presenting your hosts, Devin G Ewart and Patrick Martin.
Whoa, what's up, everybody? Welcome. We are live in the studio. This is the Frustration Unlimited podcast, also known as FU Podcast. It is season 2, episode 37. It is December 16th, and you are live here in the studio. What's up, Patrick?
Nothing. What's up with you?
Oh, man, a whole lot of everything.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I was just really...
So how was your trip last night?
Oh, it was wonderful. Not.
Do you want to talk about it or no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, you...
Still don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to piece it all together.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to come up with every scenario, so...
Right.
But...
Dr. Patrick over here.
Yeah, I was trying to be internal medicine doctor.
You were...
Trying.
Dr.
Shit.
Quid, medicine for man.
Medicine what?
No, so, I was heading from Florida to Texas. Stopped at Arby's at some point. And got some food there. It was good. Everything was good. And had to get gas. Stopped at a gas station. Kind of wasn't feeling all that great. So I got a couple Gatorades or whatever. But as we left from that place, and I was driving or whatever, it started getting worse and worse and worse, to the point where I started going cross-eyed basically and seeing two of everything, and the road started doing this whole shifting left.
Oh,
and right.
yeah.
Almost like an airplane when it comes in for landing. You know how it started doing that whole sway thing? Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing, but I was driving. So obviously that's not very safe.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so when we got to the next gas station, I was like, hey, Natalie, and this was, I don't even know what time it was. Still had about 3 hours to get home. But I was like, fuck it. I'm going to make it. Whether I can't see, whether I got to go blindfolded or not, I was like, I'm going to make 3 hours home. I was like, I'm just do whatever I can.
What, that was this morning?
Yeah, this was like...
Oh, shit, I thought it was last night.
Well, yeah, last night, this morning.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So anyway... And so, I say it was last night because I literally, it was like 9 o'clock hit, and I was like to the point where I was like, I can't even stay awake. I can't even keep my eyes open. Like everything was disoriented, dizzy. I had cotton mouth like crazy. It was just the weirdest thing. Like I got super dizzy, super disoriented, and then freaking mouth and everything, extreme cotton mouth. I literally downed one water bottle like this, and then 2 Gatorade, big, huge Gatorade bottles. Those that I bought previous. And still cotton mouth. And I was like, going, what the fuck? And I literally, tried to eat something because I was like, well, maybe it's just, blood sugar or whatnot. So I tried to eat something, and I literally couldn't even swallow it. That's how dry my mouth was. So I'm literally using the last of the 1 bottle of Gatorade to swallow this. And I was like, okay. And finally, I just threw the bag of chips away. I was like, I can't even eat this shit. So I was like, I don't even know what to do at this point. And then Natalie was like, yeah, let's get a hotel room because this is not happening. And she's like, and she couldn't drive. She can't drive at night. So it's like, it's the blind leading the blind, literally. So we ended up, my stubborn ass was, finally, it was like, you know what? All right, we'll stay in a hotel room, even though we're 2 hours from home.
Right.
Or I'm 2 hours from home. And she still had to do a whole nother leg of her journey. So she had to, all the animals and stuff that we had 2 wallabies and a tamarin monkey. So she still had to drop those off out in Gatesville area. So
Gatesville is on the other side of Waco.
Yeah, it's not too far from Waco. It's literally
on the west side of Waco.
I think so. She has like almost 2,000 acres, maybe more. I don't know. Like it's it's insane, man. And it's really cool place. Lots of really cool animals. And the place that we went to pick up the tamarin monkey, the
Uh-huh.
little baby one.
Yeah.
They had wild boars, baby boars. They had a sloth monkey or a sloth bear, which is what I was talking about to you guys. And I was like, what the hell? I'd never even heard of it, but apparently
A
there's
sloth bear, so they just
sloth
move
bears.
like this.
They're just like. So whenever you run from it, you can just walk.
No.
You can just crawl.
Oh, so if it's running away, you need to go catch it, and it's going like that, right?
Right. And apparently it's a vegetarian, which I didn't know bears could be vegetarian. So that
Wow.
was kind of interesting. Hey, Kayla. Welcome to the
Kayla.
studio.
Hey.
Finally, somebody says hi. I see we have listeners, but nobody's saying anything.
Right.
So thank you for that, Kayla.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for saying hey.
But they also had bears, like legit, like grizzly bear type bears in their pen.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, this place is cool as shit.
I want to see the sloth bear.
Dude,
That's what I want to see.
They were babies, so they were like itty bitty, and they're the coolest things, dude. They're
Hey,
like,
Anthony.
they're laying like Willow does, like fucking legs in the air.
Oh, yeah?
Like,
Oh, yeah?
But yeah, they look really cool when because they're all babies. And she said that there's only I think a handful in captivity in the United States.
Wow.
And in the world. She says they're super, super rare. I
Uh-huh.
don't think they're on the endangered species. You don't quote me on that, but
Yeah.
yeah, so I don't even know if I'm supposed to be talking about this shit, because if it is on the endangered species, I don't want to get people in trouble. But that's the thing.
PETA will come after you.
So, like, that's the thing with these animals and stuff, because, like, I have a buddy that also has turtles and stuff like that, and he's had them since he was a little kid. Well,
Right.
now half of his turtles and stuff are on the endangered species list, so he legally can't own them. However, he owned them legally back in the day. But I'm like, so what? Then what happens in that case? You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so it's really weird how like some animals that were overabundance, and now all of a sudden they're in the endangered species and extinct list type thing. So yeah, Shane.
I still want to see the sloth bear,
dude. The sloth bear. I wish.
That bear is just. He ain't got shit to worry about. You could tell.
Yeah, and he's a vegetarian too, so like, you don't have to worry about shit. Like, what if he mauls you? He goes
just like this. He just puts his hand behind his. 1 hour later, just like this,
right?
Slow.
Hold on, I'm eating.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need something to drink.
Hold on, I need to.
Takes a half an hour to itch.
Yeah.
By the time
it's still like this, you just like that. Hey, Lena.
What up, Lena?
Yeah, how you doing?
Kayla says her friend Joey raises and farms turtles. It's a demand thing. Yeah, apparently, come to find out, my two sulcatas are both females, and they said that talked to a couple breeders, and they said that's actually a good thing, because the females are rare or harder to find. They said that you can find males all day long. So I was like, cool,
right?
Have me a sulcata farm,
right?
Oh, dude, they had a Galapagos turtle there.
Dude,
it looks so badass.
I still want to see the sloth bear.
I'll have to go through my camera, because I think I took a bunch. I'm not sure if I did.
God, just
dude, it's so cool. I didn't even know what that was even a thing until I had to Google it, and I was like, "Holy shit!" She wasn't like making shit up. It really, legitimately is a thing.
That is. I mean, that would be a cool thing to have, a sloth bear.
Hell yeah!
Look at that thing go, and he's just like this. It's kind of like the turtles,
right?
Oh
yeah.
They had all that sugar, man. They're hauling ass. Look at them. So,
but no, that Galapagos one, like, it literally struck poses. So it's like it does this, and it's like, oh my god, this thing is fucking Vogue.
2 hours later, the sloth bear is posing in a Playboy, posing in whatever. In a pose,
right?
If that make any sense, probably not. But oh well. I think most people know what I'm talking. I mean, know what I'm saying. So
Yeah, or what you're trying to say.
no, I don't fucking know. But I do want to see the sloth bear. So
Dude, they are pretty cool. They are pretty badass.
I bet they are.
So they were still in the incubator, so that was kind of why they weren't out in the cribs or anything like that, or their cages.
Mm.
But yeah, there was a little bit of everything, man. Had primates, had some shit I've never even seen, and then ironically, the place we stopped at when I tried to come on live,
Yeah.
was out at the like seaside, something like that, hotel, Surfside. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a pretty badass hotel. Ended up meeting a guy from South Africa. And
South Africa.
Yeah, of course he had the accent. So when I was on the show and we were talking, he came up to me and I had the earbuds in, and I don't know if the audience or whatever heard, but he was basically trying to ask me where the ice machine was, and that's when I was like, dude, I literally just got here 10 minutes ago. I was like, I have no fucking clue. So we ended up running into each other again. And so I asked him, I was like, so did you ever find the ice machine? I go, because I literally walked the entire place twice, on the first floor and the second floor, trying to find an ice machine. Couldn't find it. Come to find out, guess what?
What?
It was on the third floor.
Oh yeah.
I was like, really?
No, that's that time.
Fuck.
That was that time that when you said you couldn't find an ice machine, and I said, watch them be broken like the McDonald's ice cream machine.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, but I did finally find where it was.
Did it actually work?
It did actually work.
Oh shit!
It was legit. So I filled up the cooler and filled up the little ice bucket they had. I was like, what kind of bullshit would be if they have these ice buckets and they don't have a fucking ice machine? Like, that's a fucking deal. And we were joking about that. I was like, well, why don't they have the damn location of the ice machine on the fucking bucket?
What about on the map?
Or on a map, or
the hotel map?
Dude, the lady that worked the front desk, she didn't even know where it was at.
I bet you the sloth bear would have.
It's bad whenever I had to go
where it was at.
You know what the fucked up part was?
Come this way.
On the reviews and shit, people were docking, and minded, giving them negative points because they didn't have an ice machine.
Really?
But legitimately, they had one. They didn't fucking advertise where the hell it's at.
Yeah. Well, it's okay.
But the hotel was pretty cool. Like I said, met that guy. He met his wife, who was there. His name was Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
Did you say that?
I didn't, but I was thinking it in my head.
Oh, man. You know what? I mean, I think that if we were all there, we would have said,
"Oh yeah,
let's go, Brandon." In sloth bear fashion, let's go, Brandon.
He would totally not get that.
Yeah, I'll know.
But
he wouldn't get it.
He was really cool, had the accent and everything. And so when I first talked to him, I was trying to figure out where the hell the accent was.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like it wasn't quite New Zealand, wasn't quite Australia. It definitely wasn't Australia. But it was kind of like British. But I was way the fuck off. It was South Africa. So he ended up
South Africa.
He started showing me all the photos and stuff, and he's telling me about the stories, and he told me about the sardine run that he was on, where there were sharks.
I hate sardines.
You hate sardines,
Ugh.
really? Oh, dude, I love me some sardines. Or back in the day, I did. Especially fresh ones. I had some fresh ones when I was in Greece. Those were really, really good. Yeah. I'm surprised you don't like them, man. Much salt as you like. Those things are salty as shit.
Yeah.
The bad ones are, anyway.
No.
Good fresh ones aren't that salted.
Sardines.
But anyway, he got to go with the National Geographic crew and got to go on the sardine run that starts basically north of Africa and then goes around just the tip,
right,
to Cape Hope or something like that. But yeah, there's sharks and it's in the trillions of sardines that run, and of course all the predators and stuff go after and around. And yeah, he bought a case for his camera and got some good underwater pictures. But yeah, dude, I was checking out his Instagram and it's insane. These photos look like something out of National Geographic. But he's a ranger. He basically prevents poachers.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So he tracks poachers and stuff like that. And so he's kind of like an army ranger, I guess would be the equivalent here.
Natalie, say hello. She's on the 80s page.
Who that?
Natalie.
Natalie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hi, Natalie.
Yeah. I asked her to go to the FU page, but so.
It's all good.
So, okay, we spent almost 20 minutes talking about your little adventure with all the animals and shit.
With the sloth bear.
The sloth bear. You know what? The sloth bear should be our what you call it?
A fucking mascot.
Our mascot, and just have him like this, just like that.
Okay, I don't know what that relates to.
I have no fucking idea either, but I'm just saying, we got to get the sloth bear.
Yeah.
He's got to be our
mascot.
Our mascot.
There you go.
And everybody probably say, "What the fuck is that?" And it's a fucking sloth bear.
It's a fucking sloth bear, man.
Yeah, a sloth bear. So
don't fucking hate.
Yeah. But all right, let's see here.
Oh, yes.
What?
We're gonna talk about like news and.
Oh yeah. We can do that
and such.
And weather.
Not to be confused with Heather.
Oh, is Heather on?
I don't know. I just felt like saying that.
Oh.
Fucking squirrel. Hello.
I vote honey badger for mascot. No, we need a sloth bear, Lena. Okay.
Honey badgers.
Weather. Thunderstorms late tonight in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Isolated thunderstorms tomorrow. Low 48, high 75. Saturday is cloudy. Oh shit! Really?
What?
No way.
Yes.
Okay. Saturday, 12/18 on December 18th, cloudy, high 51 and the low 29.
29.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's cold as fuck.
Hell yeah. Okay. And then we got a little heat wave. No, we don't.
I was going to say, not on Sunday.
Not on Sunday. The high 48, low 33, mostly cloudy. Monday on Devin Gavin Ewart's birthday. Monday. High 52, low 32.
Nice.
Tuesday on the 21st. High 59, low 37. Mostly sunny. Wednesday, 67, low 46, part cloudy. Thursday on the 23rd, 66, 43. The Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas. Christmas Eve, high 69, low 49. What the fuck? Really?
And then look how hot it is on Christmas, though.
Oh, well, see, there's the warm up.
Yeah, there's the warm up right there.
Yeah,
on Christmas.
high 75, low 51, partly cloudy on Christmas Day.
So that means if you get some good toys and stuff, you can go outside and enjoy them and play with them.
Hey, Andy. Yeah, that sucks. That weather sucks.
Oh, yeah. Christmas is also Natalia Fisher's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And also my friend Charlotte, her birthday is Christmas. And also my friend Chris Brock, whose birthday is also Christmas. What the hell? I didn't realize I had this many Christmas fucking birthday friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got a spring friend right here.
A spring friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, April 14th or 15th.
There you go.
And then my dad's is April 20th.
Yeah, 420.
420 and tax day. Yours is 415. And then fucking my mom's Cinco de Mayo, which is like fucking
and she
perfect for her.
May 4th, right?
Yeah, she's the shot queen, so perfect for her to fucking be
right, because Molly's May 3rd.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lena wants to know, and what the fuck did my status go? Uh-oh.
I don't know where your status went. Maybe you just haven't been on. How about that?
Oh, she just gets a flag. What does that mean?
Flag means that she's flagged.
Let's see. Yeah, does it not tell us? I guess it just says followers. I don't know.
Yeah. And Kayla says, spring is the best. Mine is first day of summer. Yay, Kayla.
Yep.
Yay, Kayla. I'll do it in sloth bear fashion, Kayla. Yay, Kayla. Yay.
So Andy's still got his top fan. So the flag is a milestone follower.
Oh, okay.
That's what that is.
So did she use her flag or lose her flag or what?
So Luna's got the milestone follower, but she doesn't have the.
F you, Andy. That's what Natalie said. Flag means milestone. Okay, thanks for that. Yeah, okay. All right. All right, so let's see.
Yeah, Andy's still got his top fan and his top follower. Her.
And oh yeah. Okay.
There you go. Andy ain't lost it yet. Goes in and likes and subscribes, unlike the rest of the audience.
Yeah, everybody else should go in and like and subscribe, and
then you lose your badge if you don't attend. It's like
so Lena needs to get on it. And
if you don't attend roll call, you don't get counted. You get counted absent.
Right.
And you lose your badge.
You lose it all.
Lose it all.
So,
yes.
In local news in Dallas-Fort Worth, Dallas Police Oversight Board wants to know why officer seized woman's bag of cash at Love Field.
Yeah, did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about that.
So the police take over $100,000 from a woman from Love Field, and like based on the story, and like I read it when it first came out. There's no laws that say that they can't legally take it, and once the police take it, getting it back is like a fucking act of Congress. Like you have to prove why you have that
Congress. Yeah, well, that will take fucking forever because
exactly.
I mean, our government takes whatever. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
So they found nothing but blankets and 2 large envelopes with over $107,000 in cash, money that they seized.
Right.
On Facebook, the department celebrated the work of K-9 Officer Ballantine. We need to get him some treats, read the post. But the public was not so happy. They're accusing the department of stealing the money from a woman who was neither arrested nor charged. So that's the fucked up part. They can confiscate this, right?
Uh-huh.
But then not hold you and charge you with anything.
Right.
Just keep the fucking money. What kind of fucking bullshit is that?
Did they say why they kept the money?
What I want to know are what are the rules, and did this woman break any of them? And it's not clear to me that she did, said Brandon Friedman, who sits on the city's Community Police Oversight Board. At its meeting Tuesday night, he expressed alarm at the lack of explanation from the Dallas PD. Of course, fuck Dallas PD's like, hookers and blow, bitches!
Yeah. That's why they wanted the money. So
right? Exactly. They're like, let's make it rain.
Right.
I understand that they're sensitive, confidential topics that may be part of investigation that they can't divulge to the public, but somebody with oversight responsibility needs to be told, said Friedman. Dallas police haven't identified the woman whose cash was taken or shared her explanation for why she was carrying that much cash. It's none of your motherfucking business. She wants to walk around with that much cash. That's on her. And she wants to walk around Dallas.
Maybe she left her husband and took all the cash out of the account.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe
some women do that. And then so do
what?
So do some guys and go hide that money.
But here's the thing, like if it's illegal, then go ahead, like charge her with something, then confiscate it. But don't just take the shit and then not charge them with anything. Like that's
right.
And no, you can't fucking charge them with jaywalking and fucking take their or some bullshit. They didn't use failure to fucking yield or failure to use a turn signal and fucking take their $100,000. No, that's not how this shit works.
Failure to turn the walk signal on and walk across the street properly.
That would be called jaywalking.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Texas law allows them to take the money based on suspicion, essentially. Well, We think you're doing something illegal, said attorney Paul Green. Police don't need as much evidence to seize your property as they do to arrest you, though they will eventually have to show it as substantial connection to illegal activity. They lose the argument in court. Attorneys say there's little downside for them besides potentially having to return the cash. That's fucked up, dude.
It is. Like I said, you know what? She probably withdrew everything in cash. And
Right.
where is she from? Chicago? From Chicago, and come down to Texas, and she left her husband. God, that's got to be it. Unless, she does look like a crack whore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's no picture of her, is there? No.
No, but there was a couple articles that actually did show her and say the name and everything else, but I'm like, it doesn't really much matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
But it's funny, one of the comments was like, unless a person is caught in the act of committing a crime, how can law enforcement take your money or possessions because they think you might commit a crime? What if a person doesn't trust banks? Maybe they were thinking of committing a crime, just maybe, or you cannot take a person's stuff because he or she might commit a crime. If we should be able to take politicians' stuff for insider trading, fuck yeah, let's take all the.
Good job, the comment person,
Ricky Willis. Good job, Ricky.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Ricky Bobby.
He wants to go fast.
Damn right. He wants to take his money and go fast.
Well.
So
they can't. The officers.
Uh-huh.
I mean, officers can take stuff if there's probable cause.
Well, according to this and the way the law is written, they can just take it because they fucking feel like it. That's what it's saying. It's like they don't even really have to have probable cause. But you, as the person who owns it, now have to prove one way or the other,
right?
That it's not for nefarious, or it wasn't as a result of, nefarious acts.
God, that's just fucked up.
It is fucked up.
She probably came to Texas. She probably came to Texas to start a new life, and then right when she walks off the plane, Dallas police just starts fucking with her.
Right. Well, it's weird too because it was a drug dog, I guess, that found it. What do they got? A money dog that like searches for large stacks of money? It's
maybe the bag smelled like marijuana or something.
Maybe it's because the cocaine from the hookers and blow on the $100 bill.
This girl likes the hookers and blow too.
Well, no, because you know what they say. There's some kind of study out there that says like 90% of every single bill has some kind of trace amounts of
hookers and blow.
Yes,
right.
One or the other. Sometimes both.
Right. Okay. All right. Well.
So the next story made me really think, because some of the places I stayed at were kind of fucking sketchy at best. One of which was Quality Inn, right?
Oh God!
There was nothing quality about this Quality Inn.
No, there's not.
Literally, there was holes in the fucking door. Literally, the floor wasn't even fucking level.
Yeah.
So it really made me think of this next story whenever I stayed at.
Alex is here.
Alex! Hell yes!
Mr. Grease.
Welcome, brother. So he could probably relate to this story.
Yeah.
So in Rockwall, an arrest was made after a hidden camera was found inside of a restaurant restroom in the city of Rockwall.
Ooh.
And it makes you wonder because I've been in I've seen some sketchy ass places where you see holes and stuff, and you're like,
oh yeah,
is there a fucking camera in there? You know what I mean? Or there's gaps in the wall and in the panels and shit.
What about on that movie? That movie Sex Drive?
Uh-huh.
And when they're at the fair or the carnival or something, and he goes in there and
oh, there's his Muttley laugh.
Using the bathroom. Using the bathroom, and all of a sudden, this guy in the next stall, brings his little Peter, and hits the. He's grabbing.
I forgot that part of it.
and then yeah, Porky's, and then he participated in a abstinence
Mhm.
pledge or whatever. He ended up with a boner. It's just funny. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. So an arrest was made after a hidden camera was found at the Fatted Calf restaurant in Rockwall.
Fatted calf.
Yeah, what the fuck kind of name of a restaurant is that? I've never.
What's a fatted calf?
It just sounds like. Do you really want to see what kind of was on the restroom footage in a place called Fatted Calf? Like what the fuck? So they found a camera in the women's restroom recorded multiple women without their knowledge between November 13th through the 23rd. So if any of y'all have ever been to Rockwall and been to that restaurant, chances are
you've been on camera.
you've been on candid camera.
Yeah.
It said an unnamed suspect had been arrested, according to police. Police are asking anyone who used the restroom between November 13th and the 23rd to contact Detective Philip Young on the scene. But yeah, it's really specific, the dates. November 13th through the 23rd. So, like, it just had a 10-day run? Like, what the
Yeah, I guess just had a 10-day run.
That's so weird.
Yeah, no, that's weird. It is.
People are fucking weird.
I wouldn't name it. I wouldn't name the bar Fatted Calf. I would name it, Sloth Bear.
Right?
Yeah, Sloth Bear restaurant and all the. I think I'm squirreling.
Yes, you are.
And all the waiters and everything in bar, they just take their time by bringing out the food and shit. Anyway, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Actually, speaking of, one of my friends posted yesterday. They went into a Chili's and it had robots serving.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So remember all those people bitching wanting $15 an hour? Guess what? Your fucking job just got replaced by a robot.
Yeah.
Guess you shouldn't have fucking been bitching and moaning.
I guess the robots don't bitch.
But here's the best part.
Anything.
How much did they pay for them fucking robots? And
Probably a lot.
And by the way, somebody's got to repair them. Somebody's got to program them. Somebody's got to fix them. So that $15 an hour job that they just paid somebody, they just paid like probably $100,000.
God, that's that.
Hey, just think. In about 10 years, it'll pay for itself.
Probably so. Probably so.
But by then, you're gonna have to buy another battery pack for it. So then the cost goes up it.
Well, if Biden stays in office, it'll be really, really high.
Right.
Yeah. So.
So this next story, for all you people who thought wrestling was fake.
Yeah, one of the most horrifying things I've ever seen. Texas referees sent to hospital after pro wrestler allegedly stabs him multiple times in the head.
And apparently, this clip is on YouTube. Still has not been banned.
Really?
Which, as much as YouTube bans and blocks, does everything, they literally will allow this to be on their website, which blows my fucking mind, right?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, if y'all want to see it, apparently it happened, well, they say Irving, but it's really weird because this is on Houston's. Yeah. Isn't it weird?
Right.
It's not on our local, which it should be, WFAA, but it says Irving, Texas. A Texas pro wrestler referee is recovering after a wrestler appeared to stab him multiple times in the head with a metal spike.
Oh, yeah.
An alleged act that the referee has insisted went far beyond any attempt at staged showmanship. And guess what that referee's name was?
Devon Nicholson. Devon Gaylord Gavin Nicholson. It's a 29-year-old performer who also known as Hannibal or Blood Hunter. Reportedly used some sort of metal spike to repeatedly stab the promotion's 50-year-old referee Lando.
Oh, so okay, so
Del
the
Toro.
wrestler was named Devin Nicholson. Okay, so
Yeah.
it was confusing in the lead line. because they kind of have it backwards, actually. So,
Oh yeah, they do. They do.
yeah, so the referee was actually Lando Del Toro. That sounds more like a fucking wrestler name than it does a referee.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, no wonder
I
it's
was about to
confusing.
say Lando Calrissian or whatever that dude's called on fucking Star Wars.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
It said the gruesome encounter took place at the Irvin Events Space, Southern Junction, Texas, during a night that was set to include appearances from pro wrestler legend Mick Foley and members of Dallas vaunted Von Erich family, wrestling family. Really?
Oh yeah, Kevin wasn't there. You know what? I've heard Bo and Jim talk about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on 92.5. Hey, Bo, Jim. Okay. Anyway,
Damn. This guy's lucky to be alive, bro.
yeah, he
You
is.
see all the stitches and shit in his head? Woo!
And Andy said that the refs accept $75 for the wrestler before the match to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he said it was planned, and then they found out the ref paid for it.
Literally.
Yeah,
But I don't
literally.
think the referee actually.
I don't think he really knew that he was going
to
to
get stabbed. He thought
Yeah,
it was,
I don't
it's
think
all
he really
fake.
knew he was
Yeah,
stabbed.
it's all fake news.
Oh yeah, yeah. So, like I said, I've heard Bo and Jim talk about it, and they said that that Kevin Von Erich's son, one was there, but Kevin wasn't. So, and doesn't Kevin live in Lake Dallas?
I can't remember where.
I think he does.
Does he really?
Yeah, I think he does.
That's crazy. Well, we should go hang out with him.
Yeah, he's our age.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Or my age. And then he accepted $75 to bleed.
Hey, you don't have to post it on there. It's already posted.
It is?
Yeah. Our feed is posted literally on the right side.
Oh, okay.
So you're literally posting it twice.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
No, you're good.
All right. So, yeah, they didn't,
That's messed up.
It is. It is. But like you said, he didn't know he was probably going to get stabbed with some
Right.
kind of metal object,
So speaking of Irving is once again in the news. Becomes the latest North Texas city to file a lawsuit against streaming giants Hulu, Netflix, and Disney. Has everybody heard or know about what's going on? What?
I was telling you that.
I know. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday? Yeah.
Did you didn't talk about it in the podcast, did you?
No.
Okay. So yeah, and I kind of because you told me about it, and I was like, "Oh, dude, that sounds like the dumbest shit ever." Like what?
Yeah.
It's almost like they see a cash cow, right? And they're trying to cash in.
Yeah.
But basically, the way it works, Irving is suing 3 major networks, Disney, Hulu, and Netflix, in hopes of recovering franchise fees the city believes the companies owe for their use of wires located in the public right-of-way.
Right.
Irving is the latest Texas city to file a lawsuit against the 3 streaming giants, joining Dallas, Austin, Plano, and of course, Frisco, who have all taken similar legal action against the trio of streaming services. And they're asking that the streaming companies also be responsible for paying a franchise fee of 5% of each service's gross revenue.
Right.
Similar to the cable companies, which offer their infrastructure for streaming services to use. When Plano filed their lawsuit in June, city spokesperson Steve Stoller addressed a request to interview the city manager with a prepared statement from the city attorney's office. The city attorney's office is asking the city council to authorize Plano to join the city of Dallas and other cities in Texas in lawsuit against the streaming video services, such as Netflix, Hulu to require them to pay a franchise tax of 5% of their gross revenue to use of public rights of way, which is the fee imposed on cable video providers. The statement reads, state law requires city contingency legal fee contracts to be authorized by city council and Texas Attorney General. So the thing is it's not carried through the cable.
No.
The internet is. The internet provides them with the opportunity to stream, so they can. If the legal teams at Hulu and all of them are smart, which I'm sure they have tons of fucking money, they can legally say, "Hey, you know, we're not using your lines. The internet is using your lines."
Right.
They're still paying for the internet service.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really great. Like, it's gonna be
It's a gray area.
It's very gray area, and it's gonna set a precedent. And if these cities win, then you're gonna see all these big companies have to pay a fuck ton of money.
Right, and then you're going to see all the apps go up.
Yep.
So that's just another thing to start for shit.
So
to start
what happens?
costing
Let's say
more.
hypothetical. Let's go along the lines of this. What if one of these streaming platforms decides, you know what? We're just going to buy one of the cable providers because they already have to pay that fee, right?
Right.
Therefore, they can get out of paying that fee. Probably cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Probably cheaper to just buy the damn company than have to pay the fee.
Maybe they'll buy Spectrum and fucking everything.
That's exactly where I'm going. Hopefully everything will be fucking better.
And then everything will be better. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I was.
Well,
speaking of Texas, this is actually in the business section, but it's also local. Elon Musk, Tesla, plans to invest over $10 billion in a gigafactory in Texas and employ 20,000 workers.
So that's going to be in Austin, huh?
I believe so. In Austin any day now. Yep.
Good God, look at that building.
That thing is fucking massive.
I know. Yep.
Wow.
I guessed it. Austin.
Yep.
Tesla is expected to start Model Y production at Gigafactory, Texas, in Austin any day now. And then the new factory is critical to Tesla's expansion plans in the U.S. And currently, Tesla sells every car it can make in the U.S., and it has delivery timelines of close to a year out for some of its popular vehicles.
However, the Cybertruck still missed its production date.
Right.
Still got pushed back.
Mm-hmm.
Are they even going to make the Cybertruck at this point, or is it just going to be the Y?
I have no idea. I think it's just going to be the Y.
Because, it would make sense because, Toyota, right? Their Tundra is actually manufactured in Texas, in San Antonio plant.
Yeah.
So it actually make more sense, especially being Texas is like the truck capital of the world. Like, no bullshit. Look it up.
Well,
it legitimately is.
Yeah, no. And all the hello Pam. All the like Chevy trucks.
Yeah.
It's all made at the Arlington GM plant.
Well,
yeah,
that's assembled there. It's an assembly plant. It's not made there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if you look at the block, it's made in Mexico. And that's the majority of your truck, the engine power unit.
Yeah. I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay. You're right. I just know I see
Coach
the frame.
Raymond and I have had this argument so many freaking times when he's like,
well, he should be sitting right there.
I know, right?
Dude, you're wrong, man. So anyway, I mean, the other day I saw some I saw the frames come in. So
frames of what?
The frames of the trucks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where'd it come in from?
I don't know. They came in on a train.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there was a shit ton of them too.
Where'd you see this train?
I saw the train in Arlington.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I thought you talking about the train here. I was like, wait, they got them on DCTA, the Denton County Transit Authorities.
Oh, they'll figure out a way to do that. Just carry it behind the fucking train.
Right.
So,
Well, there's nobody ever fucking on those things, right? There's no passengers on it, so you might as well start towing something that's actually going to generate some money.
Right, and stop all the fucking traffic on Swisher.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
And I've actually looked into it, like when I worked downtown in Dallas, and I took the train for a good month.
Uh-huh.
Dude, it sucks.
What, the Denton train?
Yeah, well, it's like there's 20 stops between here and there, right? So you got to stop, you got to wait for people to load on, then you go, and then you got to stop and wait for people to load on. By the time, like literally, so I would leave my house at like 6 a.m. I'd get into the office at like 8:30.
Wow.
So that's like two.
That's almost like flying on Southwest.
Dude, it's like 2.5 fucking hours. And then like on the way home, it was even worse.
Of course.
It's like, this is not saving me any fucking time at all.
Of course.
And it's really like legitimately not really saving me all that much gas either.
No.
So I still got to pay for that service and still got to.
Yeah.
But yeah, then it was like you're adding literally 4 hours to your commute just drive, riding. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, time is money. Fuck, like that's 4 hours. Deduct that from what I bill the client. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is.
I mean, that's $300 a day that I'm fucking flushing down the toilet. That's
Oh, God.
What?
That's a lot.
I know.
For a day.
That's why I'm like, fuck it. I'll pay the $50 toll or whatever because it's still going to be profitable than wasting $300.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Wonder what people out there that's watching thinks about the toll.
Oh yeah, let's hear about the toll Nazis, as I call them.
The NTTA,
also known as Nazis of Texas Toll Authority.
They're like ERCOT.
They're worse.
You think they're worse than ERCOT?
Yes, way worse.
Well,
do you know why? At least ERCOT is sort of Texas owned and operated. NTTA is the parent company is in Spain. They're not even United States. They're not even local. We're supporting fucking another country. Yeah, there's a lot of problems and a lot of things I have issues with the NTTA.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is like none of the news organizations, nobody will investigate or do anything about them because
nobody will.
Yeah. Well, and I've actually called NTTA and I actually got to the bottom of this. I did some investigative work. They actually have lobbyists. They are actually in bed, no bullshit, with the government.
I think the government's in bed with a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's why.
Especially everybody from Epstein.
Yeah.
Okay. We made that clear.
That's why back in the day, you remember when you didn't pay your toll, they wouldn't allow you to register your vehicle?
Right.
Which I was like, how in the fucking hell is a private company able to use public servants and a public office in order to prevent people from, driving on the roads and everything else? Because I was like, and like none of it made sense. And I literally called them out on it. And they're like, yeah, well, we have lobbyists that go and it's what they do. So we have we're basically a government entity. And I'm like, you're not a fucking government entity.
God.
You're not a .org or .gov. You're .org.
Right.
Fucking big difference.
That is a big difference.
But yeah, so yeah, I could talk all day long about NTTA. I was on their naughty list. I made the back page of the newspaper, and yeah, it was fucking wonderful.
Were you in the top 10?
I was in the top something.
You were in the top 10.
Yeah.
Top 20. Top 50?
I think I was top. I think they literally had the entire back page of the Dallas Morning News devoted to all.
What? I mean, that's a waste of a page.
They got so much money, bro.
I know, but
have you seen what they fucking charge?
Yeah.
Like, it's astronomical. It's like, where do they come up with these fucking rates?
Right.
And you know what's fucked up is like in a crisis, like, in a storm and everything else like that, where like the government says, hey, there's no price gouging, yada, yada, yada.
Uh-huh.
Fucking NTTA has been price gouging for years and ain't said shit. They ain't done shit. They ain't gonna do shit, and it's bullshit.
Didn't they price gouge like during the snowstorm and shit?
They did. They price gouged at a couple. Yeah. They also did.
Assholes.
Remember when Houston, the hurricane hit Houston?
Uh-huh.
They got busted for price gouging, and then they had to. I think they got called out, and I don't know exactly what happened.
Yeah. And what did Lena say? Oh. Like they funded the build and money from tolls goes back to them?
Yeah, so the law was supposed to be like, perfect example is the Dallas North Tollway. Once the road was paid for, then they couldn't put legally tolls on the roads anymore. Guess what? That shit's been there for over 30 years. It's been paid for 10 times over.
Exactly.
In fact, it's probably paid for all the other construction road that we have. Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. Fuck them and the horse they rode in on. Go back to fucking Spain.
Well, I mean, DFW has been paid for forever,
Yeah.
and they're still doing the tolls and shit like that. And if you stayed in there less than 30 minutes, it used to be free. Now they're getting freaking greedy, and you're in there for less than 30 minutes or less than an hour. It's $2. You might as well just stay another fucking hour, man. And I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I'm not understanding the
I'm not either.
hour. I'm like, oh, what? The staying in there? What's on a fucking pizza?
I don't know,
service?
man. I mean,
I'm like, what are you talking about?
I don't know. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, like, I mean,
DFW is paid for it, and they shouldn't be paying for the first 30 minutes. That's what I.
You know what the worst part is you know how they give you the HOV rate. So originally, those lanes were supposed to be for HOV, right? And it was supposed to be an incentive for people to basically ride share. Which, hello, you dipshits should have fucking kept that. But now, in order to get the HOV discount rate,
right,
you have to let them know beforehand.
Yeah.
Really? Hold on, I'm driving. Let me fucking. Yep, I'm about to go to the HOV and then we fucking send them. No, you dipshit. You got cameras, right? You see that I got 2 fucking people in the car? Give me the fucking discount. I shouldn't have to be ahead of time, call ahead and fucking let you know. Oh, by the way, I'm going to have 2 people. No, you stupid fucks. If you're cameraing, you're going to take pictures of me while I drive through.
Yeah. and with what Anthony said, I remember, I remember that too. I-30, the old turnpike being a toll road too. I remember that. You remember?
No.
Okay.
I don't take I-30. Wait, I-30, doesn't that go to Shreveport?
20 goes to Shreveport.
Where does 30 go?
30 goes to Texarkana out towards Gabe and Don's place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, it was like it's like a toll road between Fort Worth and Dallas.
No, okay.
Right there. I mean, I remember that, especially right there, right next to Six Flags. On 360 and 30. Yeah, I remember that too. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you done with the toll road shit?
I don't know. I think so.
You don't?
I mean, I could talk about it all fucking day, but I'm not going to.
Won't do no good.
I hate those sons of bitches.
Yeah. It's like,
this is a Frustration Unlimited. That's one of the biggest companies that I am the most frustrated about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because you know what the fucked up part is? So, like, let's say if you had, which I'm sure a lot of you people have dealt with, any type of fraud on your account. Or if you get a new card, because for a while I was getting a new card every probably 3 to 6 months. Not because of fraud or anything like that, just because I fucking wore through them like they're going out of business. But yeah, so like the way it works is it's not linked to your account number that never changes, right? It's linked to your fucking debit card. And this is how they fuck you 10 ways from Sunday, because your debit card changes all the time. Like, especially if you have any type of fraud or anybody's, suspicion on your account, one of the first things they do, they deactivate that card, right? Well, it could be 3 to 5 days before you get a new card, and you got to activate it and do it all over again. Well, now you got to go through every single fucking company that was tied or auto paid to that card, which, oh, by the way, NCTA, and here's what happens. That 4 to 5 day period or week, whatever, they're going to hit you with $35 admin fee for not having your card linked to their account. And I told him, I go, well, that's fucking bullshit, because if you actually had it linked to an account number, we'd never have this fucking problem. But I understand you guys are fucking scam artists, and this is how you make fucking money.
Yep.
Suckers. And that's all I have to say about
Pretty much.
And that concludes
the toll road rant.
The toll road rant Nazis.
Look at that. There's Barney.
What?
Barney.
Barney?
Barney.
Is in the building?
Prestige worldwide. Prestige worldwide.
What's up, Barney? Welcome.
All right, well.
Oh, we fixed the whole microphone thing, too, where...
It took us off, because I was going... Why? Why?
Yeah. Why? I don't know.
It took us off.
It did.
It did.
So we fixed the one microphone problem, and now we got another one.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
All right.
All right. So legislators hid a sneaky crypto reporting provision in the infrastructure bill.
Yeah, I figured.
Really?
Because this is what I hate. This is what I hate about politics. Right? Is when they write something that's supposed to be good for the nation and all. And this is why one side or the other. Let's say the Democrats write something. That's why the Republicans push back on it, is because they see some shit like this.
Yeah.
That gets stuck in there. So, yeah, go ahead.
Never mind.
So we'll give you a scenario. Imagine, and this is what I did for the last 6, from December till fairly recently. This is how I fucking stayed alive.
Right.
Imagine a crypto trader who does hundreds or thousands of transactions a day. What if he was legally required to collect personal data about every single person he does business with? Think of how burdensome that would be. Or rather, think of how burdensome that will be. Under a provision slipped into the new infrastructure bill, that's the fucking law.
Oh, my God.
Section 605 0I is a long forgotten statute with the tax code. University of Virginia law student said, or professor. It requires people who transact large amounts of cash above $10,000 to file reports to the IRS, retaining the sender's names, social security numbers. The new law amends this rule to make it apply to cryptocurrency transactions. This is way more severe than just adding friction, he says. All other tax code reporting violations are misdemeanors, but violation 6050I can be a felony up to 5 years in prison. Sutherland notes on Twitter. The law's relative clarity and limited applicability in the case of old-fashioned cash does not translate to digital assets. Compliance can be impossible. Gotta love our fucking you knew.
Okay, this is the thing.
You knew that they were going to do something.
This is the thing.
You knew it with
The government just needs to leave shit alone.
Just leave everything alone. Just
because even with
sit in your corner.
Because even with
go to timeout.
Yeah.
I wish we could send them the fucking timeout. Wouldn't that be fucking great? Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, we would send them to timeout forever and ever and ever. Stay the fuck out of our shit.
Right.
Anyway, it's like Pelosi and Schiff. I really don't want to get political.
Go ahead with this.
Pelosi and Schiff and all the others, all on the left side or whatever, they always try to sneak in bullshit into, like, when Trump was president, they all tried to sneak in all the voting shit about letting the migrants vote, let all that crap.
Yeah.
And then stuff about California, San Francisco, where Kamala Harris and fucking Pelosi's from and all that, something that would benefit California, and California's already fucked up anyway. So whatever.
And why is it fucked up?
Pelosi.
Well, politicians, yes.
No, Kamala Harris, Gavin Harris.
That's why they say,
shit.
don't California our Texas because of that.
Well, they're doing it anyway.
I know they are.
They should have passports. I mean, we should require passports from people from California. That's what we should do.
We should just ban people from California. Because you know what?
We should just send them all
when
up
I see a
fucking
shitty
north.
driver on the fucking road, I look up
They're
and
from
go,
California.
California. Fucking knew it.
So, I don't know. It just, this whole country is, Hey, Kim, how you doing? This whole country is just going
To hell in a handbasket.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need new blood in the government.
Well, the good news is, thankfully, this amendment won't take effect until January 1st, 2024. Gives us some time to get it
Oh, I
changed
can't wait for that.
and get it appealed.
It's not going to get appealed as long as the left is in there.
Right. That's why they put it so far out. Is because by then they're going to realize people are going to be like, oh, we forgot about it.
Right.
All right, so everybody set your fucking alarms.
Yeah. For 2024.
2024, before January 1st, we need to fucking get this shit.
Holy shit, I'll be close to 60
Oh my goodness.
in 2024. I'll be 60. Almost.
Damn.
Ugh.
Yeah.
My hair will be more gray than what it is now.
So in business/technology news,
Uh-huh.
IBM and Samsung say their chip breakthrough could give phones week-long battery life.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
So a new vertical transistor semiconductor design from IBM and Samsung could allow a phone to last a week between charges.
Oh, yeah?
So does that mean it's going to weigh 50 pounds heavier?
Probably. It's going to be one of those.
It's a brick.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a
we
brick.
solved the problem, guys. We can make your phone last way longer. Oh, by the way, your phone's going to weigh 30 pounds.
Yeah, right. It's going to go back to the bag days.
Right?
To the bag days or the brick phone, you know?
Yep.
So,
So the company's hailed the vertical transistor design as a major benefit to smartphones because it could reduce energy use by 85% compared to the finite or thin field effect transistors used in today's chips. As ever smaller chips become more densely packed with transistors, engineers are running out of space, according to IBM. This physical constraint is blocking the trajectory of integrated circuit chip processes under Moore's law, which
right.
assumed chip density will double every 2 years. Actually, I was studying this on the way to Florida. The Moore's law and how basically the automotive industry is like fucked.
Yeah. Right.
Based on Moore's law. So to give you guys a breakdown of Moore's law, so basically batteries, lithium batteries and stuff were $47 for like basically one battery, but now because of Moore's law and because of demand makes more supply, which makes more supply makes more demand, which is basically cyclical. Then now the battery for a lithium batteries, the price is down to $1 for a lithium battery that used to be 47. So what happens is that same model, and then you take gas engines and gas and all, gasoline
Right.
and everything else. What happens is there's no longer the demand. So guess what?
What?
The supply goes down, and then what happens when there's less supply? Price goes fucking up.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why the used car market, you're looking at like, why are these prices so astronomical?
Uh-huh.
Because the supply is down, which means the demand is high, which means the price is high.
Right.
So that being said, they're literally putting in 2023 that a Tesla or any electric alternative will be cheaper than a Toyota Camry, because of Moore's law, because of doubling, like basically what this article says. The chip density doubles every 2 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I've been studying it and looking at it. Obviously, helps with investing and stuff like that, and what not to invest in, and what companies are going to fucking just eat dust and die. And which ones are actually going to make it through and survive, and which ones are probably going to need some kind of help,
Right.
financially.
Yes.
And so that's kind of what why I brought this story in there.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So U.S. regulators probe. Well, they always probe. They always probe everything.
Anally.
They probe everything, man. They'll just tell every single American, hey, just bend over and let us probe you.
All right.
You know?
We're going to do it one way or the other.
Oh, we're going to do it. You might as well just get used to it. No
Right.
lube at all. We're just going to probe it. So, anyway, U.S. regulators probe Afterpay, Klarna, PayPal over buy now, pay later model.
So to kind of give you guys the heads up, you've probably seen it a lot lately. There's a new model that's coming out that's basically saying like, pay now, buy it now, but pay later. Kind of like a layaway they had way back in the day. But now this is a modern day layaway. And when I first saw it, I was like, okay, this sounds.
But do you have to be approved for it? Like credit wise?
I am not 100% certain.
Okay.
I don't think so, and I think that's might be why people are having issues with it, because it's basically creating more debt
Yes.
without having to have a credit card or any physical thing that would give you debt that you have to be approved for. So this way you kind of fly under the radar.
Right.
So Afterpay and PayPal are among several companies being scrutinized by U.S. regulators over the policies of letting consumers buy products now while paying for them later. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau said on Thursday it's demanding information from firms because it's concerned that borrowers are accumulating debt, which is exactly what I said. Companies might be engaging in regulatory arbitrage, and consumers' personal data could be misused. Oh, shit, I didn't think about that. See, there's always, if you don't have to pay for something, then you are the product.
Yep.
The regulator said it's also seeking responses from Klarna Bank, Affirm Holdings, and Zip. Those are basically, I guess, the parent companies of the ones mentioned.
Yeah.
Buy Now, Pay Later is the new version of the old layaway plan, but with modern, faster twist where the consumer gets the product immediately, but gets the debt immediately too. Yeah. CFPB Director Rohit Chopra said in the statement, the agency is requesting information so that it can report to the public about industry practices and risk, he added. So yeah, buyer beware. Beware of that scam, because it's probably going to cost you more in the long run.
So Andy, since your balls are products, does that mean that Lindsay can put them on layaway? Buy now, pay later? Yeah, okay. Anyway, that was a bad joke. Maybe. Who knows? That, I don't know.
So what do you feel about like buy now, pay later type thing?
Just.
And it's funny because, like my parents and I, we were just talking about layaway, how it used to be a thing back in the day. And
Oh, yeah.
now
yeah,
it's like,
it used to be a thing. Yeah, I mean, how
did it work? Like, because I was fucking very young when that was a thing. So, like, how did it used to work back in the day? Did it used to do credit, or how did it work?
No, they do it like a 10% down payment. A 10%, and they give you a certain time to come in and have it paid in full. Like,
what happens if you did
2 weeks? You lost it.
Lost what?
You lost all the products and your cash.
Well, you already have the product, though.
No, back then you didn't. On a typical layaway,
yeah,
no, you didn't. It's like to put down 10% of everything. So say like everything that you got from Walmart, or Kmart or whatever, and was $500. You put that down. You put all the products down, and it came out to be $500, right?
Yeah.
Well, 10% of that is $50.
Yeah.
So you put $50 down, so your balance was $450. So you had to come in like almost every week or every 2 weeks for about a month or whatever.
Yeah.
Pay that down.
Right.
Yeah. So, and I mean, that's how me and Tamara paid for all of Jim and Molly's stuff, Christmas and everything. And that's just how everybody did it back then.
Lena basically said if she didn't have any cash, she ain't buying it. Yeah, that's kind of the way I've always been too. Is like I didn't own any credit cards or anything up until fairly recently, because the whole flood and everything else that happened, and I had to get the house fixed, and I needed lots of money to pay fucking workers and shit like that to get stuff done. So it kind of bit me in the ass, because I had a perfect credit score and everything else up until then.
Yeah.
What Lena says, what sucks about it is her credit score is lower because she doesn't have open credit. So Lena, to your point, my credit, I didn't have anything open either. That's why I went and bought a Mercedes, because I was like, that was the fastest way to build my credit. And it actually did. It went from, I think it was a low 7 to a high 7s once I got that car, and once I obviously made payments and stuff on it and everything else. And then I refinanced the car, got a better rate and all that sort of shit. So that increased my score significantly, and then making on-time payments and all that sort of shit. Yeah, so getting because I literally, like, if you have Credit Karma, which I highly suggest everybody get it, you can monitor your credit real time, 3 of the different credit sources. You can keep an eye on stuff. Things will flag and let you know. But the best part is you can obviously fix, and it'll give you suggestions on how to fix it
Yeah.
and make it better. And that was one of the things. It's like, basically go take out a big loan. And I was like, well, fuck. So Mercedes it was. Yeah. She says, yeah, my luck on buying cars. No thanks, LOL. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lindsay replying to Andy.
Yeah.
Selling your balls, huh? So I'm a free woman, single for the holidays. What? Lindsay says, my dad told me to pay for everything with cash. I regret buying all my cars with cash now because I have no credit. I know no credit is worse than bad credit, unfortunately.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I used to believe the same way, and that's why I never had credit cards and everything else. It's like anything I wanted, I just paid for it, like cash, because that's like I don't like owing anybody anything. But then you realize, well, you fucking own a house, you fucking owe somebody for the next 30 years.
Right. Yeah.
Unfortunately. So yeah, it makes it really hard.
Yep. Oh, and Andy said maybe once I get a vasectomy, we will sell them. Be a man.
We will sell them.
Be a man, Andy. Just go get it now. Be a man.
Get your shit chopped.
I can tell you that it fucking hurts. But hey, maybe
Yeah.
maybe they do everything differently now, but I don't know. So, and it was the one and only time when Molly was a baby that she wanted to get into my fucking lap.
Ooh.
She did. I came home from that day from having that done. After they slapped that bad boy up on the fucking chopping block.
Hey, we got Joe up in the studio, Mr. Perfect Credit Score as well. He said, you can build credit other ways. Cars are an asset that depreciates so much that until your net worth gets high, it doesn't make a ton of sense to buy a new car. Yes, but my car actually went up in value of $5,500, which that's unheard of. So yes, to your point.
Is it still a cobra when you take the venom out of it? Yeah, it's still a cobra. Yeah, it is.
As you said, my tubes are tied. Who you knocking up?
Yeah. Oh shit!
Love all the little side comments in this.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, like I said, that was the only time Molly wanted to get in my lap, and she stepped right on it, and it fucking hurt. I mean, that was like it was like 2.5 hours old, and and I said, "Okay, Molly."
That's when you're like, "I'll hold you from afar."
Yes, yes. And then Tamara came in. Tamara, I remember this. Tamara came in, and that's Jim and Molly's mother, by the way, if y'all didn't know. So she comes in and she throws down a bag of frozen peas into my lap after I get Molly out of my lap. That didn't feel good either. No.
To Andy's point, he said, you should never buy a new car or a new boat. Let somebody buy and take the hit. Yeah, exactly. So a perfect example would be my Mercedes. The retail price on it was $85,000. Of course, I didn't pay fucking $85,000. I bought it used, let somebody else take the hit, and I ended up getting it for $22 with tax, title, and everything. It was like $24.
Wow.
Yeah, so
good.
That was a hell of a deal. And then, like I said, once I bought it, and then the value went up to they were still selling for $40,000. So like I literally got a hell of a fucking deal.
Right.
Yeah. Which still, even still, if you think about it, an $88,000 car that is now $40,000, it literally just devalued in half. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
But that's the luxury, and that's those high exotic car market. Look at Lambos and everything else. It's the same exact way.
Right. Okay, and so Andy said, I heard you can make bank by donating what?
Testy.
A testy.
Well, you got two of them, so
why would you
make
want to
double
donate
bank.
a testy? Don't donate it. I mean,
Yeah. You should just donate the pew pew.
Good God. Yeah, maybe.
That's what you should donate.
That's what you should donate. Right there. Yeah. Let's see. What's the next one? Oh, the Masked Senior. The Masked Singer crowns its season 6 winner.
Damn, I've totally fallen off that show. I used to watch it religiously.
And it was Jewel.
Was it really?
Yeah, the Queen of Hearts. It was Jewel. And I mean, she looked pretty good too. To me, she did. I
Yeah.
mean, for her age, she's looking pretty good. So, in the runner up was Todrick Hall.
Who the hell's that?
Yeah. He's a Grammy nominated performer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, he was the bull. But yeah, Jewel looked pretty good to me. So,
Yeah.
mhm.
All right, here's a very near and dear, interesting article, which it's ironic because I'm not drinking tonight. Neither, I don't know. Are you drinking over there? You got alcohol?
Oh, I got a little bit that.
Okay, well, neither one of us is drinking.
No,
yet.
we're not drinking.
Bartenders are revealing the judgments they assign to popular drink orders. So for everybody out there, here you go. Tequila. What do you think tequila bartenders, when somebody orders a tequila on the rocks with the lime, what do you think they're thinking?
What a dumbass. He can get something stronger.
Nope. You are a wild party person and you love to tell stories about what said tequila made you do.
Oh, fucking tequila. Tequila sneaks up on my ass bad.
If you order absinthe, what do you
What?
Absinthe?
What's that?
That's one of my actual favorite fucking.
Oh, yeah?
It's the bartender saying, I'm going to assume that you have at least 5 leather bound books from the 1800s and maybe like 3 friends.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, fuck you, mate. Gin and tonic with a cucumber. You're a housewife and your husband didn't notice your fancy new shoes, which made you upset at first, but then you realize it doesn't matter because you're possibly having an affair with the pool guy.
The pull by.
It said boy, and I was like, guy.
So
I said bye.
Guy.
Whatever.
Oh.
The guy who orders a Jack and Coke.
It's just waiting for a good fight in a couple hours.
Damn right.
And it's got a picture of Jack.
Yep. Jack with a Jack.
Yeah.
Moscow Mule. You're really excited to drink something out of a shiny copper cup.
Wow. Yeah.
I assume the people who order martinis are high functioning alcoholics.
Who's ordered a martini that I know? Nobody.
I do. Every once in a while.
Oh.
Not at the bar because they fuck them up.
Well, we're not. Okay, keep going.
A shot of Fernet basically translates to I'm a bartender from San Francisco. I don't even know what Fernet is. Long Island iced tea is international alcoholic lingo for I'm just here to get fucked up. Number 9. If you order a Shirley Temple, I assume you're joking or you're sober.
Yeah.
Number 10, a glass of Chardonnay. You're probably married to an old rich guy. Yeah, that's fucking facts.
Yeah.
If you order Bud Light, Miller Lite, or Budweiser with a shot of whiskey, you're probably working a manual labor intensive job. Damn, these are pretty fucking accurate.
Yeah, pretty much.
Any frozen blended drinks means you're either high maintenance or on a vacation and you don't know what else to order.
Yeah.
Fucking accurate.
Yeah. That's accurate. Yep.
Mint julep. You're probably the descendant of an 18th century plantation owner. You're wearing a seersucker suit and probably carrying a cane.
God.
It should say something about horse races too, but anyway.
Yeah, I should.
If you order a drink with a funny name off the actual cocktail menu, I'm going to assume you're underage.
Oh,
yeah, that's pretty
snap.
good. I got busted somebody the other day about that. I don't know if I talked about it on the air or not. That dude almost lost his fucking TABC license.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Girl she looked every bit of like 13, 14 years old. Guy was, and I could tell like all the signs were there, dude. And I was like, ID her. Sure enough, he was about ready to pour, and he goes, "Hey, just about it. curiosity, do you have your ID on you?
Uh-huh.
No, I don't have it. Are you 21? And she said no.
God, it smells good.
And I'm like going, why the fuck are you looking at the damn drink menu and ordering drinks if you ain't 21? Fuck.
That smells good.
I think she was a mole. I think it was TABC mole.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
You want some of that? Or no?
No, I'm good. Let's see. Whiskey Sour. Number 15. You're a young guy in your early to mid 20s, and
funny.
you used to drink whiskey and Coke. You switched to whiskey sours because you thought it was more respectable, and or because your friends started to make fun of you. It is sweet as you can get away with while still being a whiskey drink and not a drink for chicks.
When I first started drinking when I was 19, yeah, that was it.
That was it?
Amaretto sours?
Oh, amaretto sours?
Yep.
Well, that's a whiskey sour. It's two different drinks.
Well, okay, well, whatever.
Yeah. Negroni is one of the other ones I haven't had. You're probably thinking you've tasted in cocktails is as complex as your record collection and facial hair. Wow.
Wow.
Number 17. If you order a lemon drop, I'm going to go ahead and assume you're high maintenance and not very nice. Fuck.
Is that like a lemon drop shot?
Yeah, it can also be a drink too.
Oh, okay.
Corona with lime. You'd much rather be at an outdoor barbecue than stuck at this pub. Fuck.
Pretty much.
Amen.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. Fireball with soda makes me think you're under 25. You don't yet know your limit, and you very well could end up the night throwing up all over the dance floor. Who drinks Fireball with soda? I
don't know. Who drink?
Like at the same time, like Fireball in the soda, or like Fireball in like a Coke. That's what I'm kind of wondering. You know what I mean? It's kind of vague on that one. 20. Anything with Malibu. It's probably karaoke night, girls' night, or bachelorette party. Fucking amen to that. A double brandy and Coke means you're probably from South Africa or Wisconsin. What?
The next
one. Vodka on the rock. You've been drinking for long enough tonight to enjoy the nasty burn from a watered down vodka with no mixer. And then it's fucking...
It's fucking Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton just chugging.
Just chugging down a bottle of vodka.
Stolichnaya vodka. Oh.
Yeah, and I think that's a scene from Monsters Ball.
Is it?
Yeah.
Number 23, Appletini or any other cocktail that ends in teeny says you're away from the kids for the weekend.
The lady.
Yeah. With her gigantic fucking... Cosmopolitan. You just binge watch every episode of Sex and the City and you're ordering a Cosmo to be like Carrie Bradshaw. Lame. Damn, how many are there? Okay, there's only a few more left. Okay. 25, Tequila Sunrise says, I just turned 21 3 weeks ago, and on that note, I'd like to black out tonight.
Right.
Dude, all these drinks are fucking making me thirsty. Vodka soda with a splash of cranberry. Might as well be called the White Girl. I think we need to rename that the White Girl, actually.
The White Girl.
The White Girl.
Hey, Lena, how would you like to drink the White Girl?
27.
Kim, you want the White Girl?
If you order an expensive cocktail, I'm just waiting for you to start arguing over the price once I give you the check. Next, you'll probably say you can make it at home for half the price. Of course you can.
And Cinderella's drinking it.
Right?
Yeah.
28. The person who asks for extra vodka in their drink is also the person who asks why I charge them for extra alcohol once they see the bill.
Devin.
Fuck no. I hate when people do that shit. It's like, really? You want an extra or you want a double? You don't think we're gonna charge you double? Like,
right.
Stupid. 29. If you're ordering red wine at a bar, you're pretty much telling me that you'd rather be home on your couch right now.
Yeah.
So that includes it. And then it's fucking Betty White.
Betty White, and who's the chick?
I don't know. That wine glass is so big I can't even fucking see.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I say, with all my years of bartending experience, I think those are pretty fucking accurate.
I bet they are.
You know what's one of the drinks they left out, though?
What?
White Claw. They should have totally fucking done something with that.
Oh yeah.
The ultimate white girl fucking drink right
I think my favorite one is. Hold on, let me find it. Jack Nicholson.
there. Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Jack
one.
ordering a Jack. I love that one.
Right.
All right, what you got in sports?
Oh, Kim. Okay. All right. Irish jokes. Okay. Yeah.
No, Kim's in the building. What's up, Kim?
Yeah. Lumps of coal in your stocking, or better yet, Andy's ornaments. No. I don't want.
Andy's ornaments.
No, I don't want Andy's ornaments.
Look, it's a life-size fucking
Sprout. Yeah. All right. In sports, we all knew this was coming. Anybody that watches football, we all knew that this was coming. Hold on, let me pull it up right.
Byron, says White Claw is a no-no for me. I act a damn fool.
Yeah.
See? Hits the name. White girl drink.
Yeah, white girl. All right.
White girl drink.
So if that's a white girl drink, what's a black girl drink? I'm not trying to be racist.
That's racist.
No, it's not. I'm just asking.
Henny. But then that's racist.
Henning.
Yeah.
Henning?
Not Henning. Not Andy Henning.
Hennessy.
Hennessy. There you go. Henny.
Right. All right. In sports, for just 1 minute, in sports, and we all knew this was going to happen. Jaguars fire Urban Meyer. It's a timeline of the first-year NFL coaches' turbulent season.
Purple? What?
Mm-hmm. Turbulent season. And Urban.
I didn't know there was an R in that word.
I don't know.
There is when Patrick pronounces it.
The fuck is that?
Uh-oh. It's an important news brief.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. All right.
And the word is tumultuous.
Yeah.
There's no R in
Tribe vanilla crown and cream soda. So good, but you'll. Yeah, I know. That's like tequila with me. So, okay. So the Jacksonville Jaguars parted ways with
Head coach Urban Meyer early Thursday morning after a turbulent season riddled with issues both on and off the field, ultimately resulting in a 2-11 record with little to show for his first year as an NFL coach.
That sucks.
Yep.
Lena says, OMG, on the way to Lubbock last Saturday, the pair of balls fell out of her purse when she was getting cash to pay for her sandwich. The cashier lost it.
Oh, yeah?
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Unrelated note.
No. It's okay. It's all right. I mean,
so if this coach was the first year.
Yeah, he was a first-year NFL coach. Actually, before Mike McCarthy came on with the Cowboys, Jerry Jones was talking to Urban Meyer.
Really?
Yeah. He just, I don't know. There was something about him that I don't think that, he was going to make it. You know what I'm saying? But the person that they're going to call is Kellen Moore. They're going to call him and have him come in, and they're going to interview him. You know who Kellen Moore is?
Yeah, name sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's a OC coach at Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, that's
fantastical.
That. Yeah. So that's that. Whatever.
And technology news.
Go ahead.
Chat with your dead loved ones from beyond the grave. Hereafter, AI promises digital immortality through a chatbot. And it's not that weird. So CNET basically is saying this guy, James Valls, lost his father to cancer in 2017, but still chats with him all the time. John tells his son stories about his childhood crush on the girl across the street and about Papa Damaskopoulos, the pet rabbit he had as a kid. He tells him about singing in Gilbert and Sullivan's operas and becoming a lawyer. Sometimes he'll drop one of the signature insults. Well, hot dribbling spit. So the elder Valhos talks to his child via a conversational chatbot called DadBot. His son created after his father was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. For months, Valhos recorded his dying dad's life stories, then turned him into interactive AI that speaks in his father's voice.
Wow.
It didn't replace my dad, but it gave us the really rich way to remember him. Dadbot was transformational experience for me because it gave me great solace. It gave my family great solace. It didn't replace my dad, but it gave me blah 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 blah. So the platform lets the dead live on what he calls life story avatar that chats on demand and in the recorded voice of the deceased. Surviving loved ones interact with the customized voice avatar via smart speaker, mobile or desktop app, and it responds through a word like voice recognition technology.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, technology. With pre-recorded stories, memories, jokes, songs, and even advice. Wow.
Wow.
So, like deep fakes, right? Like how they can
Uh-huh.
take Nicolas Cage is the biggest one that they always use, and they put his they could literally use that type of technology for good, like this,
Uh-huh.
but then utilize like basically things that you ask it, things you say,
Right.
and actually have it,
Mhm.
But do you understand like with AR, augmented reality, and
Right.
VR, which is virtual reality,
Uh-huh.
and with AI, which is artificial intelligence,
Right.
we're now blurring the lines of digital and what's real and what's artificial.
Mhm.
Especially with this, like that kind of blurs the line even further. That like now you can communicate, now you can, um.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Lena, you're right. She said there was a show a few years ago back. I think it was Black Mirror. It went
Oh, I
from
remember that.
my chat to a clone made of the woman's deceased boyfriend. It was creepy as fuck. I do remember that, and I remember the lady was like, "Holy shit, how do I get rid of this guy?" Byron says, "I would love to be able to hear my parents' voices again, especially my mom's laugh." Oh God,
What?
I was just thinking my mom's laugh. No, that's not even remotely close. But Patrick, you're slacking on your impressions.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
It's okay.
I know. Oh well.
Lena said, "Call Be Right Back, episode 2. Just looked it up.
Be Right Back, episode 2.
Black Mirror.
Oh, that's the Black Mirror one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to look and I need to go back to that.
Yeah, I figured, Kim, I was kind of wondering what your take on that would be. Because I agree with you, too. It just make you miss that person that much more. And then you really, to me, it's like you haven't really grieved because, like, they're still with you in the artificial realm instead of being, with you physically. They're, you know what I mean? It's kind of like you can't mourn the loss if they're still with you. You know what I mean? Like you can't get over it, so to speak, and carry on with your life if you're still holding on to that piece, whether they be artificially there or
But you're not holding on.
you are holding on.
You're not holding on.
How do you figure?
You're grieving.
But how can you grieve something that's still with you? That's the opposite of what grieving is. No, I mean, there's no right or wrong answer, so don't get upset.
Oh, no, I'm not
Don't
getting
get-
upset. I'm thinking.
Okay.
I mean,
Because the sheer definition of
I don't know. It's really hard. It's hard.
And I know, and that's part of the
it's-
reason why I
it's-
pulled this up, because
I
I knew
know.
you'd have a different perspective than Kim.
Kim and
Yep,
then Barney and all that.
There's a reason
I
why I
don't
pulled
know.
some of these
Okay, this
stories
is what I
from
could say. Okay, this is all I know that I could say. I think me and Kim talked about is that I understand what it's like to lose parents. I don't understand. I mean, I don't know what it's like to lose a sibling, a spouse. I have no idea.
Right.
I know what it's like to lose a parent.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Me and my parents, we were close, and I feel and 20 years later, after mom and 16 after dad, I feel like they're my guardian angels.
Right.
You know, I see signs, not all the time, some of the time. You know, I ask for signs too. It's just, I mean, it's all different. And so, yeah, Barney, you miss hearing their voices and, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I think to Lindsay's point, and I think to even Bryony's point, it's like I feel like on your hard days when you're really struggling, I feel like that would be a good like motivational, like to some kind of uplifting to hear something, like especially if it's your parent or a loved one, whatever, giving you type of
Right.
encouragement.
Right.
To hear it in their voice and stuff like that would be a lot different than hearing fucking A word right here saying no, thoughts of today, and it's supposed to make you be uplifted, and it's like, okay, well, it's just somebody, it's not as meaningful versus whether it's coming from a parent or a sibling or a loved one that it's got a little bit more impact because it's from them, especially if it's an analogy or a Devinism or something that they've come up with over the years, and you can apply it and it works, then that's even more like motivating and stuff, and that's the whole reason why I did those.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay.
So Lindsay said, I would appreciate something like that with my dad's voice and laugh for the hard days when he passes away. Same here. Then Byrony says, I lost my parents a year apart. My dad on Christmas Eve, 2008 and 2009. Man, that's horrible. Yeah, that's even more worse. It's like when it's on a holiday or near a holiday. It's like now it's going to have a different type of meaning and a different type of effect on you versus something that should be happy and joyous. Now all of a sudden it's
Yep.
I feel for y'all.
Yeah, and I mean, mom was November 11th of 01, and Thanksgiving was kind of hard, but yeah, I mean, as time goes on, to me, I don't know about anybody else, but as time goes on, I mean, it gets a little easier. I know I talk about them all the time, but it's me remembering them. It's not me living in the past. It's just me remembering them and talking about them and what they used to do, because I could actually see them doing, how they would say, how they would say stuff, and how, but it's like, Mom, Pat, quit being a dumbass, or Dad says, kid, what are you doing?
But obviously it ain't working because you still. Maybe there's some truth into some of this, that maybe that's part of moving forward and moving on is that you don't keep being a dumbass.
Yeah.
Just so you can hear your dad or your parents saying, you quit being a dumbass.
No, that was Mom. Quit being a dumbass. So anyway.
Lena says, as much as I miss my dad, I know that if I had an option to talk to him with response would definitely not help me in the long run. Yep, I agree. As human beings, the line between knowing it's AI and still having the grief clouding that understanding might become unhealthy. Everyone is different, and maybe having the option of saying goodbye and hanging on has so many different levels of, is this the right thing? Yeah,
Right.
it's kind of like once you start playing God and stuff like that in a sense,
Yeah.
I mean that's what the cloning aspect and stuff like that, that's what stopped a lot of scientists, because just because we can do it doesn't mean we should do it.
Right.
And just because we have the ability to do something doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean we should. And that's what I think this case is like, just because we can do something doesn't mean we should, just because it might help some people, but then again, is it going to help somebody, or is that going to make them,
or is it going to just make it worse?
Make it worse, exactly. Because I have a feeling that it might help, but I think it's like a bell curve. I think that it'll help in the initial onset, but I think if you become reliant, just like if you become reliant on anything or anybody, I think it's going to be detrimental. I think it's going to be, it's going to affect you negatively, long term.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Lena says, what if the AI learns a different personality than your loved one? So that means that would be a machine learning AI. Well, so there's AI. Go ahead. Where are you going? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, go grab me something to drink.
Okay, I'll get you something to drink.
Grab me a water, Gatorade, or something, please.
Is that what you want?
Yeah. Yeah. So to your point, if it's an AI that just basically that's pre-programmed through different the way what is it? Deep fakes works, where it's based on the voice and based on patterns and stuff that from pre-recorded sources, then it would basically stay along those lines. But if you, to your point, if it used machine learning and used AI and that sort of thing, then yes, it could develop and it could grow and it could morph into something else. That's exactly what Elon Musk is warning about AI, is because it unhinged and unrestricted AI has the ability to basically grow and expand at an exponential rate. It can do in a few minutes what it would take scientists years, and if not decades, centuries to do. And they've done case scenarios where AI has actually taught itself new languages, and that they realized that English is not. And the way we've been communicating is not the most efficient way, so it's come up with its own language and stuff like that. And so, unfortunately, us simple humans have not been able to understand it because they've figured out, basically they're, 100,000 years ahead, and we're still stuck here trying to understand English and the languages around us. Versus AI realized, hey, you know what? I can just come up with a new language and we can communicate a lot faster. So yeah, it can, if left unfiltered and uncontrolled, it can get really creepy really fast. Um, Andy says, "What if AI had the mental capability of your balls?" I mean, that would be fucking scary. Byron says, "I thank God we did get to say our goodbyes. Mom passed at home, surrounded by family. My dad waited until me, my sister, and little brother left the hospital." Well, that's good. I'm glad you all got to say your goodbyes, because that's not always the case with a lot of loved ones and stuff, and that's kind of what hurts. And I think this kind of device might actually make that even worse, um, for those that weren't able to say goodbye. But anyway, let's talk about something positive. Did you just say something? Thank you. Oh, I get both. Fantastic. Man, this dehydration shit is no joke, bro.
Yeah, no.
There we go.
All right. Well, let's let them finish up what they were saying, and then we can go to the next.
I think we
shit.
did. I wrapped it up.
Oh, did you? Oh, I thought
I
they were
wrapped it
still
up while you were
talking
gone.
about it. She's making sausage rolls.
Kayla, I didn't know you were still on. She said, "Unable to say goodbyes is the worst. That is how it was with my dad." So, Kayla, let me ask you, since you didn't really comment on this story, would this app, or would this be something that would be interesting to you, or would that be something that you're like, fuck no? Because it's kind of polar opposites on who you talk to, and I'm just kind of curious from your standpoint. I don't know if you caught the story, but basically, there's it's called Dadbot technology, here after AI, that basically brings your parents, but in this case, brings his dad back to life based on video, audio clips, and stuff that they had. They were able to do all sorts of stuff. Just curious.
Okay.
While we wait for that, go ahead.
Yeah. let's ask. Okay. Anybody out there? I know y'all know. I know y'all don't know this guy, and I know that you probably heard about this guy, but does anyone out there know anything about H.H. Holmes and who he was and what you know? So
Not a clue.
okay.
Well, I know. I mean, I know the name and stuff like that, but I know it was like before my time and before like my parents' time.
it's
My
before
parents.
everybody in here.
I know it's because like before my parents' time. So I'm like,
well, actually, this was during my great grandparents' time, my grandma and grandpa Bush's time.
oh yeah.
Yep.
So you're gonna tell us about it, or are you just gonna leave it in fucking limbo?
No, I was just Lena. He was a serial killer. He was what? I mean, he was like he was America's first serial killer. That's who he was. Some people think that if the killing stopped here and they started over in London, that they thought that at one time that he was Jack the Ripper. That that H.H. Holmes was Henry Holmes was Jack the Ripper, and then when he came back here, all the murders over there stopped, and they started here in his what do they call it? His his hell basement or whatever. So
Lena's saying that they think he might be Jack the Ripper.
oh yeah, and that's what I was saying is that when they were here or when he was here, they stopped there. But also at the same time, the way that his last victim in London as Jack the Ripper, his last victim, and she was all fucking mutilated and cut up and all that shit. Well, I mean, his occupation was he was a physician, former hospital keeper, hotel owner, and former drugstore employee.
Damn, he had a lot of jobs.
Oh yeah, he did. He had a lot of jobs. So, he was put to death. It was executed by hanging. And victims, they said 10 killed and confirmed 235 estimated possible. That's a lot.
235 like murders?
Yeah.
Wow.
Possibility. Mm-hmm.
So how do they not know? I mean, can't they, like, especially with, I mean, granted, this was the 1800s, and there's probably the evidence is probably deteriorated and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But man, you would think with technology or something, they could go back and reopen these, and actually find out more about.
Right. And the locations that he's been found in is Illinois, Indiana, Ontario, and Pennsylvania. And he was apprehended in 1894. Yeah. So he was born May 16th, 1861, and he died May 7th, 1896 at age 34 by hanging. So, yeah.
Do you think they should bring back hanging?
Yeah.
I agree. Public hanging or private?
Public.
Public? You think it should be a pay-per-view event, kind of like UFC?
Fuck yeah, man. You know these people, these demented mind people will fucking pay for it. You know? They should have the public hanging in Texas right there on the steps of the Capitol.
Dude.
That would be cool. Just hope that it doesn't, when there's a public hanging, just hope it doesn't happen to that same person what happened to Saddam Hussein. Nearly decapitated him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Fucking took his.
Did you ever see the video?
Fucking took his head off. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he was only it was only hanging by what they say by the skin and by the spine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just like that.
I saw the video. I remember seeing it. It was kind of one of those, whoa. So do you think that like having public access or public hanging spectacles like that, you think that would deter people, or do you think it would create more serial killers?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, to your point, Lena. Yeah, I kind of was.
It might.
Yeah, but I was thinking more along the lines of DNA, matching DNA samples and that sort of stuff, which not so much the contamination aspect of it, because I know they still had evidence bags and stuff like that. Yes, they did allow people in the crime scenes and stuff like that, but Andy says, "Death and Murderers. This cast is lit tonight."
Yeah.
So, Andy, just so you know, like at the end of our shows, we've been doing a true crimes section. So that's where this is.
Yeah, this is where this is going. So, and then everybody can get in on it and just talk. And
so sorry for saying that we were going to talk about some happy stuff because I forgot we were doing the true crime.
no, it's okay. I mean, we can, say funny shit about this motherfucker.
No, we did a survey. We talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people are into the whole true crimes thing. So I figure, and I know a lot of the listeners here listen and watch a lot of these CSI type shows and 24 hours and all that sort of stuff. So I figure we'll kind of, deep dive into some of these topics. We'll go like last week we did Epstein. We did recent stories. Now Patrick's doing an older story today.
Yeah, because to me, it's more. It's more.
You like history.
Yeah, that's
you like history, so this is in line with what you. And that's kind of
right.
the other reasons why I was like, hey, this will give you an opportunity to also look at these stories, but then deeper dive into it, maybe find some new information. Like maybe there's a new spin on it. Maybe there's new developments.
I think Holmes is pretty much all the same. It's all been all the same. The castle, the H.H. Holmes Castle in Illinois, the first floor was the storefront. The second story consisted of his elaborate torture rooms.
Like Dexter, where he had his own torture room.
Yeah, which contained a chute that led to the basement, and the third floor held more apartment rooms. They were all soundproof and mazes of hallways. Imagine going through that shit. That's pretty fucked up, man. One of his early murder victims, Julia Smythe, was his mistress, and she was a wife of Ned Connor, who had moved into Holmes's building and began working at his pharmacy's jeweler's counter. After Connor found out about Smythe's affair with Holmes, he quit his job and moved away. Smart guy. Leaving Smythe and her daughter Pearl behind, Smythe gained custody of Pearl and remained at the hotel, continuing her relationship with Holmes, and then they both disappeared on Christmas Eve, 1891.
And Holmes later claims she had died during an abortion, though what truly happened to the two was never confirmed. Another likely Holmes paramour, Emmeline Sigrande, began working in the building in May 1892 and disappeared that December. Another woman who vanished, Edna Van Tassel, is also believed.
These names.
I know. These are names you probably haven't heard in 200 years.
Right. Uh-huh.
Holmes' usual murder method was the suffocation of his victims, which he achieved through various methods, including, amongst others, administering to the victims of an overdose of chloroform, overexposing the victims to light gas fumes, and trapping them in an airless vault. How the fuck?
I know, it's pretty fucked up, huh?
Jesus. Holmes also claimed to have starved and burnt victims alive in his castle.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. No, I didn't know about all that.
That's pretty fucked up, man. In early 1893, a one-time actress named Minnie Williams moved to Chicago. Holmes claimed to have met her in an employment office, though there were rumors he had met her in Boston years earlier. He offered her a job at the hotel as his personal stenographer, and she accepted. Holmes persuaded Williams to transfer the deed to her property in Fort Worth, Texas, to a man named Alexander Bond, an alias of Holmes. Still fucked up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
So a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people think that Holmes was Jack the Ripper. I should pull up Jack the Ripper, and it'll probably be all the same.
Right.
But anyway, so enough of Holmes.
I can't believe he was captured in, he was in Fort Worth.
Oh yeah, this guy was all over the place.
Dude, I didn't realize he was that local.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, it's pretty, you know, it's
God, it'd be awesome though if they could figure out the DNA and stuff from London, right? Because that's where Jack the Ripper was,
yeah,
and then matched it with, the known DNA that they have from either his house or something, some whatever they have of him now, and
yeah.
put the two together.
Well, I don't think that there's anybody. Maybe Lena knows. I don't know, but I don't think there's anybody in the Holmes's hotel. I really don't think so.
Oh, and his castle
Yeah, his castle.
still standing?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's still standing, but I don't.
That sounds to me like Andy. If you want to do a ghost hunt, that would be the fucking perfect place to do one.
Yeah, you can do that one. Yeah, you can go to Holmes's castle and go into
Shit,
one of his
yeah.
torture rooms and see what the fuck is going on.
Fuck yeah! All right, where's it at? Well, all right,
Yeah,
somebody
it's
do some research.
It's in Chicago.
It's in Chicago.
Yeah, it's in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Castle. There it is. Interior of the castle. Yep, we're gonna have to find an address. I have a feeling there's gonna be a ghost hunt coming on. Now we just made this story tie full circle.
Oh yeah, look at that fucking. Oh yeah, the that looks fucked up.
What's that?
No,
Did you look
just
it up?
yeah, just the floor plan of his little castle. You know, it's weird. Very weird. Very weird. Yeah.
Lena says, check out Nutty History on YouTube. There's plenty of facts that make you scratch your head on there. That would be fun to go back and forth over. All right.
Oh yeah, yeah. So how much?
Damn, look at Lena. She's got a fucking address. And
Yeah. So Lena, how much do you know about homes, or did you do any research on homes or whatever? I'm just curious. Oh, and he's not going to do anything outside until he catches some fucked up shit closer to home. Go to Corsicana, go get it. So, yeah. Let's see if anybody knows this dude.
Hey, there's 2 castles in the Chicago area you can buy right now.
Yeah, I think Jack, Lena, I think Jack is fascinating to a lot of people. I really do. There you go, Kayla. Yep, downtown New Orleans. You'll catch something.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, if you go down Bourbon Street, you'll catch something too. So
Yeah, her Pacificana leads.
yeah. So anyway, okay, the next one we're gonna do. Victoria's son was mentally unstable. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, so it's an empty lot. Let's see.
I'm reading everybody's comments.
Are you?
Yeah. Okay, so the next one. Does anybody know who David Berkowitz is?
Who's Ann Rice?
Ann Rice.
All right, Kim, I'm coming to do an investigation at your house.
Yeah. Okay, does anybody know who David Berkowitz is? David Berkowitz. There you go, Lena. Yep, son of Sam. All right, what year did all this happen? And what happened during that year? I clearly remember.
See, I don't know anything about these stories.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the names, don't get me wrong, but I haven't done any type of research.
Okay, so David Berkowitz, he was David Falco. Yeah, late 70s. He was also known as the Son of Sam and had a 44 caliber.
No, and 44 caliber killer.
Oh, and 44 caliber killer. Sorry, he was one of America's serial killers who pleaded guilty to 8 shootings that began in New York City in 1976. He did a lot of them during the blackout in 1977.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think my dad went to school with this guy.
Are you sure?
I'm almost I'm almost certain.
Yeah.
He grew up in the Rochester area, and my dad was
Right.
telling me about one of those serial killers that he went to school with.
Oh yeah. He should be sitting here right now.
I know, right? I should have him back in the studio.
Yeah, I should have him back here. Yeah, and wasn't his next door neighbor's dog named Sam
I'm not sure.
or Sammy, Sam or something like that? And David talked about how he thought the dog talked to him, and then started calling himself the Son of Sam. But anyway, Berkowitz, he grew up in New York.
New York City.
Yeah, New York City. Okay. He was part of the Army, United States Army. Hold on. Yeah, no. Here, let's see. Yeah, Berkowitz eluded the biggest police hunt in the history of New York. Not like Laundry did, but while leaving letters that mocked the police and promised further crimes, which were publicized by the press. Let's see. There was. I'm gonna get to the. There was one in 1977.
Excuse me.
It's a. Yeah, the one in 1977 about 12:40 a.m. on January 30th, 1977. Christine Freud, a secretary, and her fiance, a bartender, were sitting in Dill's car near Forest Hills stations in Queens, preparing to drive to a dance hall after having seen the movie Rocky. 3 gunshots penetrated the car. In a panic, Dill drove away for help. He suffered minor superficial injuries, but Freud was shot twice and died several hours later at the hospital. Neither victim had seen the attacker. It's like he comes out of the fucking dark, man. And I guess that would have been easy for him to come like out of the dark, because some of them. Hold on. Yeah, some of them was done during the blackout of 1977, which I think that was in July or August of 77. The big blackout. That's what happened with at Yankee Stadium. They were playing baseball, and there was all of a sudden out.
Huh.
I was 10. That shows how old I am, huh? Yeah, I was 10. It's quiet.
Yeah, I know. I was just reading his.
It's. I mean, it's
because he lived. He went on a crime spree throughout New York boroughs, the Bronx, Queens, and Brooklyn. I think that's similar areas that my dad grew up in. Huh. It's crazy.
It looks like he wrote a letter to the press. Yeah, he wrote a letter to the press from him, of course, Son of Sam. The letter expressed the killer's determination to continue his work and taunted police for their fruitless efforts to catch him, almost like Zodiac. He says that, or he said, "I'm deeply hurt by your calling me a woman hater. I am not, but I am a monster. I am the Son of Sam. I am a little brat. When Father Sam gets drunk, he gets mean. He beats his family. Sometimes he ties me up to the back of the house." What? to the to the back of the house. Other times he locks me in the garage. Sam loves to drink blood. Go out and kill, commands Father Sam. So that's the dog that he's talking about. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the dog he's talking about. Behind our house, some rest, mostly young, raped and slaughtered, their blood drained, just bones now. Wow. Papa Sam keeps me locked in the attic. I can't go out, but I look out the attic window and watch the world go by. I feel like an outsider. I am on a different wavelength than everyone else, programmed to kill.
Damn.
However, to stop me, you must kill me. Attention, all police, shoot me first. Shoot to kill, or else keep out of my way, or you will die. Papa Sam is old now. He needs some blood to preserve his youth. Wow.
That reminds me of you ever read or heard the story of Dorian Gray?
Oh yeah, I've heard Dorian Gray.
Yeah, so he basically made a pact with the devil, with the mirror,
Yeah.
basically, that said, "Hey, I want to stay young forever." And in doing so, you know, his family and everybody around him started, obviously deceasing, and he was still alive. And then he realized that, oh shit, like maybe this is not such a
Good thing.
good thing after all.
Right.
It's pretty interesting. I can't believe I read this shit in middle school and I still remember.
Right. Papa Sam has had too many heart attacks.
Where are you at are you on Wiki?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where at on Wiki?
Under David Berkowitz.
Well, I know that, but there's are you in the highlighted areas?
I'm down at the bottom.
Oh, the bottom.
Yeah, the note, Son of Sam letter. And I miss my pretty princess most of all. She's resting in Our Lady's house, but
okay, yeah.
I'll soon see her. I am the monster. I love to hunt, prowling the streets looking for fair game, tasty meat.
So he was he was an opportunist.
Yeah.
So he wasn't like a calculated. These were all spontaneous, like basically.
Right.
Creature of happenstance, basically.
Mm-hmm. So,
which obviously, from a police standpoint, they're looking for motives and stuff like that. Where his is an inopportunist murdering spree. So
right.
So he basically, it's gonna
exactly
be difficult for them to try to, because that's what they do, is they try to connect all of these, and they're like, there is no fucking connection.
Right.
He basically is criticizing them because of that.
Right. Yeah. I live for the hunt, my life. Blood for Papa, Mr. Borelli. Yeah, Mr. Borelli. I don't want to kill anyone, or I don't want to kill anymore. No, sir. But I must honor that father. I want to make love to the world. I love people. I don't belong on earth.
Return me to Yahoos.
I'll return you to the Yahoos.
To the people of Queens, I love you, and I want to wish you all a happy Easter.
Wow, this is pretty fucked up,
dude. How can you say I love the world and I love people, but yet kill them all at the same time? You know what I mean? It's like,
right?
Wow. So you think he was bipolar or something, or just skits?
It was just fucked up.
I'd love to have my friend Nikki on. She does criminal psychology. Huh?
That her?
Where? No, that's Nikki.
Oh.
No, Nikki. Hernandez, I think is her name. She's a criminal psychologist. She deals with murderers and rape.
Oh yeah.
And her and I've had some way back in the day when she was a professor at UNT.
Right.
We used to have really, really in-depth conversations and stuff, like a lot of stuff that was going on in Michigan and a lot of political type stuff we'd talk about. But yeah, she got into that realm, and she deals with people that aren't of the right mindset. be really interesting to not only hear her cases, but also like kind of pick her brain. Because that's what sounds like is going on with this guy. He says one thing, but then does the opposite.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, I remember some of this and everything. I didn't really go in. I mean, like really in depth with them.
Yeah.
There's one that I really went into depth with. But yeah, it's some of these people are fucked up, man. I don't think he was.
So they did release his psychological profile of the suspect on May 26, 1977.
Mhm.
He was described as neurotic and probably suffering from paranoid schizophrenia. Called it.
Yeah,
And
probably.
believed himself to be a victim of demonic possession. So that explains why he says one thing and does the opposite.
Right.
That's crazy.
And he accused the next door neighbor's dog for getting into his head and shit.
That's crazy.
You know.
Yeah.
And then look what Barney wrote. Fuck that, Dumber Patrick. I feel like that Sean guy would do the same creepy shit like that.
Oh yeah.
As long as he has, well, I mean, you know, if he had a shot list, he'd be able to do it.
He wouldn't premeditate shit because he couldn't even get a fucking shot list together.
Right.
Lena says her ex-husband was a paranoid schizophrenic. Let me tell you, it's no picnic to live with. Oh yeah, you told me some stories, and I'd love to like talk about them on air, but I'm not going to unless you're here or unless you give me the okay to, because I don't want to talk third person. Obviously, I'd rather have it come from your mouth, not mine. But yeah, some of the stuff you told me, and I'm sure there's a mountain of other stuff that you haven't told me. Yeah, that would be definitely interesting.
Right. Little quick break here. Is there any new viewers? I'm just asking.
No, we got 12.
New viewers. We have any new viewers? Hello. Say hello. Okay. He can burn in hell. Yeah, I bet.
Oh yeah. She
He's a what?
a dominatrix. Yeah. Which explains, okay, so to going back to what Byrony is talking about,
Yeah.
I noticed whenever I had Edge Entertainment that there's a lot of photographers out there that are photographers for very nefarious reasons and very self interest, let me put it that way. And that they shoot particular style, if you will, to fulfill their twisted, dark desires, fantasies. Yeah, basically, what it is they psychologically they know they can't ever get a certain caliber type of woman, so they think that because they call themselves a photographer and they can get these models and stuff to do certain things, that it's basically their way of fulfilling their fantasies. It's kind of like what I saw with certain people that could never be actors and actresses, but yet they get into the movie and film as either talent scouts or talent agents or whatever. It's to fulfill some kind of fantasy that they have. And then I also see it with parents where you see them entering their kids into beauty pageants and this, that, and the other to fulfill some like lifelong thing that they couldn't ever fulfill. Now they're trying to live vicariously through their kids or whatever. But into his case, like I had a lot of photographers come in and interview with me, or I interviewed them. They wanted to work with Edge Entertainment and everything, and like literally I turned away so many people because I started looking at their portfolio and I literally was like, asking about their goals and aspirations and what encourages and what is their goal in the shoot and yada yada yada, and ended up being like, okay, these guys are just fucking pervs. And I'm like, and I don't want anything to do with that. I was like, I don't want that. Don't get that on me, Ricky Bobby. That type of shit. It was like, and yeah, there's a lot of scandalous people out there in that industry and hiding behind the lens. So yeah, so thank you for bringing that up. But yeah, and Byrony says I'm talking about the weird, scary shit. I had no idea what that was all about. So of course I asked, hell no. Yeah, and I don't even want to know like what kind of creepy shit I can only imagine. But yeah, there's a reason why I never really, trusted that guy. Although certain somebody always wanted to work with him.
No, he wanted to work with us.
Yeah, well, and I told you what my thoughts were on that.
Mm-hmm.
Following under the coattails.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yep. Let's see. Lindsay says my older sister has it, and it's freaking scary. When she goes off her meds, it gets bad. Yeah, that's another thing too. Because I dated somebody that was on Wellbutrin and all sorts of other stuff, and then when they self-regulate and self-diagnose themselves, and they decide that they don't need that shit, they become fucking nightmares. Like, yeah, not even playing. Like,
Did Wellbutrin? I mean, did it even work?
yeah. I mean, she was on that and a couple other things.
Well, I mean, it didn't. Wellbutrin didn't work on me.
What are you saying? You're fucking schizophrenic?
Mm-mm. No.
Patrick, is there something you want to confess to the podcast world?
No. It didn't work for me. I mean, Wellbutrin is a antidepressant,
Right.
So it just wasn't strong enough.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know.
Well, don't they have different milligrams and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So I know they have the one that she had was like a fucking horse pill.
Oh shit! So that was a gram.
Yeah, it was probably
That's a lot.
Who knows what it was, man?
A gram of Wellbutrin. That's a lot, dude.
Yeah, I don't even know. I fucking ran. I didn't walk. I ran. Let's see. Well, he tried to get me to his sub, to be his sub, after seeing a pic of a woman wrapped in saran wrap, face and all. You got me fucked up. Kim says I take architectural photos too. Devin attacked. That's funny.
All right, so are we done talking about Berkowitz?
We are.
Okay. Are we done? I mean, we did everything, didn't we?
I think we did.
Wow.
2 hours and almost 20 minutes, man.
Oh yeah.
Must be like an hour show.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Oh yeah, so I forgot to tell you. So like the other thing. So last night when I was sleeping, like after having all this ordeal that happened, dude, I had the most fucked up dreams. And here's the crazy part.
You always have fucked up dreams.
It was not like this ever. It was literally, you know how like a movie series or television series, how there's part 1, 2, 3, 4. These like they came at me in episodes. There was literally 11. So I was sitting there going, after the first 2, I was trying to like remember. I was trying to like rethink like everything that happened. But by the 11th fucking dream, I was like, dude, I can't remember all this shit. And I should have woken up and like wrote it all down, because the very last one the very last 2 tied all of the other ones. It was almost like the movie Crash. You know how like there's all these separate stories? So it was like part 1 was this story, and then part 2 was this story. And it involved like a lot of our audience too. That's what was fucked up. Like you were in it. Yeah. A lot of people in the audience were in it. Yeah, dude. And it was like all their independent stories. But then at the end, it all tied in together. And it was like fucking like beyond crazy, beyond like just creepy. But yeah, so whatever fucking happened to me yesterday, whatever that was, whatever somebody slipped me or whatever the fuck that was, I still don't know. But like, yeah, it made me have the most lucid fucking crazy dreams. I mean, they weren't like serial killer type dreams, anything like that. It was just crazy how like they all were interconnected, and the amount of creativity that was in it was just like, holy shit, like I need to fucking be writing this down. And now I'm really pissed that I didn't.
Because you can't remember it?
Yeah. Because I was like trying to remember the first 2, and then it was like, then I had a third one, right? And then I'm like trying to remember that one, and then by the 4th, the 5th, and then by the 10th one, I was like, okay, I can't fucking remember all this. And they were coming in like super detailed too. Like that's what was crazy.
That's like if you were on Chantix, man.
Dude.
Because I remember when I was on Chantix and I was having like really detailed, vivid dreams. that I could actually,
Uh-huh.
you know, it was like I can actually or try to reach up and try to touch the person or whatever.
Uh-huh.
It was really fucked up, and I would wake up and go, "What the fuck was that?
Well, like I rarely have dreams, and when I do,
What? I thought you have them every day, man."
no, dude, I rarely ever. And then when I do have them, most of the time, like I can't remember them. Because they'll either happen like at the very beginning of sleep, and then by the end, I'm just like hours have progressed, and I've completely like forgot it. But yeah, this one was so intense. Like I kept waking up, like literally, and then I would have the next dream, and then I'd wake up, and then I have the next dream. So like I kept tossing and turning and shit. But it was like literally every time I did it, there was a new dream or new episode, so to speak. And it was just like the weirdest. I've never in the history. All right, what you need? There you go, water, agua. We all should be drinking more. Look. Hey, just so y'all know.
Oh God!
1, 2, and 3.
And right here,
And the sad part is, yeah, there's Patrick's water.
here's
And-
my water right here.
And the crazy part is like, I haven't even fucking drank. So like, what the fuck? I understand being dehydrated when you drink.
That's a good thing though, man. You know, and what's poking
Are we all
at you,
giving
Devin?
you? Nice comment, Lena. She says you do know dreams are your subconscious trying to help you figure out problems that you can't figure out while you're awake. What's poking at you, Devin? Are we all giving you anxiety? LOL.
You know what, Lena? I think you're right. You're right about that. Mm-hmm.
All right, Papa Patrick over here. All right, what are you gonna add to that? Is that it?
Nothing.
I thought you were gonna say something fucking novel, something
No,
brilliant. It's like
No,
that's it. That's all I'm gonna say is that you're right.
because before we started this, before we started the podcast, you were giving me symptoms. Remember, of what you went through last night.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Right.
And that's what Papa Patrick.
She said hashtag dead.
I'll be Papa Patrick, but I don't want to be dead yet. So
hashtag dead means like she's dying laughing.
yeah, I know, but I don't. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we all giving you anxiety? I mean, are we?
No. In all honesty,
Anxiety, panic attack, vertigo. I mean,
you know what?
It's probably all the same. I mean, if you really think about it, and I'm not gonna call you what you call me, but I'm just gonna say that it could be all the same. You don't know.
Well, here's what I'm thinking, and this is kind of what makes sense. So, like, let's say, perfect example, like Byrony, like I met her, then her and I have this story here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then Lena and I, we have this story here, right? And then, Kim, kind of came on, whatever, it's part of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, we all have individually, we all have but then think about it collectively, we all are sharing our stories here. So
so basically it's like all of our life stories.
Right. And then at the very end of the dream, it was like a interconnection of everybody's lives and everybody
came together.
Exactly. So that's like, in a sense, yes, you're right, but it's not a stress thing. It's it's like almost like the movie Crash. It's like it's tying all these individual stories, and then the one thing that's connecting all of us and all of you was me. And then that was the coming together. And then obviously it's the podcast. The podcast is interconnecting.
It's the podcast.
Yeah, I know.
Not you. It's the podcast.
Oh my God. I'm the one having the fucking dream. The podcast is not having the dream. Jackass. I know you are.
It's all right, man.
Andy says, no, Devin just experienced what actual deep sleep is. That dude doesn't sleep well at all. I know you're right. It's no wonder he doesn't dream. Whatever happened to him, put him out. He was
yeah.
Devin equals the ringleader. But no, and that was what was weird is because it was like literally each individual story of everybody, and not so much how I related to their lives.
Okay, so what?
But it was just like each, and it was just crazy.
Okay, so it was everybody that has to do with podcasts, right? Okay, so.
But I'm talking like level of detail and shit too. It's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you had this,
are we being my psychologist right now?
No.
This is fun. Let's roll with it.
When we had this,
Right.
when you had this, what was just in a short version? What was Lena's story?
Like I said, I can't remember any of the details.
That sucks.
Yeah, I know. There were so many stories, and that was the thing is they were so heavily detailed that trying to remember all of the details and all of the elements, that's what made it very, very difficult. Now I did good. The first two I remember. Then after that, it was like too much.
So who was the first two?
Dude, I can't even remember. Like there were so many stories I can't fucking remember. I just remember that I was like, wait, these are all people that have been on the show or listened to the show or, fucking top fans. Who knows? I don't know.
Okay, what about... All right, well, I'm not going to ask you any questions then because, I mean, if you can't remember...
No, I can't remember, honestly. Like, otherwise, like, I literally was, like, thinking, I was like, oh, God, this would be awesome for the show. I was like, this would be... I hope to God I can remember. I'm like, fuck.
So what else? So
I should have used,
happened?
like, a voice recorder, like, to... but I was like... It was one of those things that, if I woke up, I didn't want to, like, ruin the rest of the, the everything that's going to transpire. So I was like, fuck.
Well, you probably would have continued with the dream anyway if you woke up. I've done that before.
And that was the weird thing is like I kept waking up, and and then every time I woke up, and then when I go back in, dreaming or whatever, I fucking was a different story.
Right.
But then I was like, well, this is so weird. And then I'd wake up again, right? And then fucking it'd be a different story. And then it was like at the very end, it was like everything was tied together. And I was like, oh.
So were you actually actually waking up, or were you waking up in the dream, but not waking up in real life?
It might have been that because that was one of the other things too. I was like, well, am I actually awake, or is that like the end of this story, and now we're starting part 2, or we're starting the next episode? You know what I mean? Kind of like how Netflix does.
Yeah, it's like Lena said, you gave yourself intermissions.
I did. It was the weirdest shit. Like it was yesterday and last night was like fucking just unbelievable. And then like today, like just dealing with all of that, like it's just been hard. Like I just been super exhausted, tired, and I'm like going, I didn't fucking do anything. I'm like, I've been actually going to bed early. Like, what the fuck? Why am I so tired? Shit, I'm like, what am I getting? Like a lifetime of catching up of sleep, or what?
Right.
For all the years of not sleeping, like all of a sudden it's like now you're gonna sleep, bitch.
Right. So Andy is the resident drug addict now instead of the doctor. The doctor of urology and OBGYN or anything like that. So he's the resident drug addict now.
Yeah, like I was like, who can I call? Like I gotta tell somebody. I was like, well, who the fuck's gonna know like what these symptoms like? Because it was literally like if I was stoned or if I was drunk at the same time. Like it was the weirdest fucking. And I had.
Oh, that's when you had vertigo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was only when I was like moving or standing. Like if I was standing, like I felt like I was gonna fall. Like, it was just really. And even this morning when I woke up, like 6 a.m., I took a shower and like I had to put my hands up on the wall.
Were you still feeling that way?
I was still feeling it, dude. I'm talking. This was like what 18 hours later.
Oh
dude,
shit!
I'm telling you,
that's fucked up.
So it started around 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and then as the night went on, it got worse. Like instead of getting better, so like 9 o'clock hit, dude. It was full fucking train wreck. Like I was like to the point where like I couldn't even I could hardly breathe because my throat and everything was so dry, my mouth. And mind you, I told you I drank like 2 bottles of water and 2 gigantic things of Gatorade. I'm like going, what the fuck?
Like I said, man, at the beginning, before we came on, I mean, like I said, it could have been that. I mean, it could have been vertigo. It could have been the blood pressure. It could have, I mean, high blood pressure, low blood pressure. Well, low. I don't know.
Well, that
Anyway,
was the thing. Is like I thought maybe it was a blood sugar thing because I realized I hadn't eaten lunch and I hadn't eaten dinner. So I realized I was like, well, I haven't eaten really anything. So I tried to eat chips. Well, fucking my mouth was so damn dry, like I couldn't even swallow the chips, and it was like literally like a mush in my mouth, and I had to use freaking Gatorade to try to wash it down. I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Byron asked, did someone slip something in my drink? I have no idea. Like the only thing that I can think of is we went to Arby's, and that was at like 1 or 2. Like I had my cup and everything with me. We went through the drive-through, so it's not like we sat, and I left my drink unattended or anything like that. But yeah, it was the weirdest, like trippiest, like it was. Oh man, it was. And driving well, like I was like, I was telling Natalie, I was like, dude, if I get pulled over, like they're gonna think I'm on something, but then they're gonna do like a drug test and then like a alcohol test, and it's gonna all come back negative, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Right.
And
Right.
I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Yeah.
So somebody probably did give you a.
Kimberly says, if you figure out what it caused it, can you give us some? Sharing is caring. No bullshit. Like I literally was like, damn, if I could figure out what this was that lasted that long, and like, because I was like, dude, that shit.
Was it a Mickey?
No, because I was awake and I wasn't tired. That's the
Oh.
thing. It's not like I was, and like my heart wasn't beating out of my chest. Like it was just the weirdest shit, dude. It was like I had that super dizzy, super. Oh, dude, get this. I kept checking my head. I was not wearing a hat, right? And I'm like, I feel like I'm wearing a hat.
You
Natalie's
were
going,
fucked up, dude.
she goes, what? Oh, and she said that my speech and my words, and Andy could probably attest to this too. I was slurring my speech and my words.
Dude, was that like? Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Dude, it was, so get this. So my head, it was tingling. You know how like your arm falls asleep? You know how like your arm or leg or whatever falls asleep? So my head literally was tingling like it fucking fallen asleep. So I kept checking my head thinking like I had a hat on. So I was like, well, I'm gonna take this fucking hat on. It's like making my head tingle, right? And I kept checking it and I'm like, there's no fucking hat.
Yeah, keep talking.
Natalie says he sounded drunk as fuck.
I mean, how bad was he slurring his words?
She said pretty bad. Like she couldn't even understand me. Like that's how bad. Let's see. Andy says opioids drive me out and they slow your breathing if not regulated. Lena says changing elevation from Florida to Texas, plus all the crap floating around in the air, sinus changes can create dizziness and the feeling of being on a boat. Going to and from Lubbock twice in 1 week, and me feeling the same for about 2 days.
All right, here. I don't want to say this.
Oh Jesus.
No, I don't want to say this.
It'll probably be something that I thought of during the time. That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like but I was like, the chest, I didn't have chest pains. I didn't have anything like
Well, you don't have chest pains with that.
Yeah, no. But I didn't have numbness in the face, but I did have this, yeah. I didn't have,
Left side?
no, I didn't have, but I
Oh.
did have the slurred speech.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk after this.
Andy says 2 rules: don't touch my Percocet. And do you have any Percocet?
Yeah.
Kayla said minor stroke. Yep. Well, I'm glad I wasn't fucking driving. I'm glad I fucking stopped driving. But this was going on for hours and hours. Oh shit! Now Natalie said the same thing too. Shit! Now Andy, God damn it! Okay, see. Wow.
It is.
I like
quiet,
I like Kim's answer better. Latest COVID variant or just mental illness. Take your pick. Did you smell burnt toast, dude? I bitched about the driving. What?
Really? You want to talk about this on a podcast?
Well, I guess I kind of fucking
Dude,
have to now.
I mean, you don't
Everybody-
have to. I mean, you don't have to. You can just you can just talk about it after.
Well, I mean, it would be good to know, and like now that y'all have said that, and like my parents,
Lena wants to know what the note said. But you can go ahead and tell them since everybody else came up with it.
So Patrick wrote, "Dude, I hope you weren't close to stroking out," which is basically what a lot of the audience members were saying. I don't
I saw one of the aircraft mechanics stroke out there at left field.
really.
Yeah.
I didn't smell any burning or anything like that. Now I have been, except for tonight, I have been taking my allergy pills 2 times a day and then doing the nose spray twice a day, which I forgot to do tonight. Just because I knew. And Andy said with all the energy drinks, maybe, or
Yes.
or high blood pressure.
Yes, because I said that too.
Well, that's one of the things I was talking about is I realized that I hadn't drinking any water, but I had tons of rock stars and yeah.
Mhm.
But I didn't bring any of my energy pills, so that's why I kind of pushed that aspect away because I haven't taken any the whole week. But I was drinking rock stars and yeah. So all right, I'm gonna get my blood pressure checked. Thanks.
Yeah. Kayla's right about that too.
Well, no, this is allergy nose spray, not that Afrin shit. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
this is different. Yeah, this is.
Hell, you can check your
Flonase.
blood pressure now. I have my blood pressure machine.
All right, let's do it.
You want to do it? And too much caffeine, Natalie? Yes.
Yep. Time for what? Colostomy? Colostomy?
Colostomy.
Yeah. What the fuck's colostomy? Is that? Oh, that's a. No.
I think you just need to go to neuro. Hold on, I'll be right back.
All right. We're gonna do a blood pressure test on the fucking air.
Fucking A.
First in podcast history. Well, yeah, and that's the weird thing is like I stopped taking energy pills and all that sort of shit. So, but yeah, energy drinks and stuff don't fucking help, and especially whenever you don't take, you don't drink enough water. Which that's why I've been drinking fucking water like crazy. All right, so what's it got to be, or what's it supposed to be? 112 over something, or 120 over something? 120 over 80, isn't that right? What? Cool. Now what?
Push the button.
Which one?
Anyone. Stay still. Relax.
Relax. Really, I'm on a fucking podcast. Like I can relax.
All right. Well, first time in history we're doing
Right.
a blood
Well, we're
pressure
gonna get to
check.
the bottom of this fucking shit real quick.
Hell yeah. Okay. It'll stop here in a minute. Yeah, uncross your legs and chill.
Oh shit. Well, it's too late.
Okay, well, you can redo it. Don't move.
Okay.
It'll detect it and it'll get pissed off and stop. All right.
Okay, it stopped.
So what did it say?
104 over 75. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm dying? There you go. Proof.
Are you
Oh,
fucking
shit.
killing me? I'm killing me. Are you fucking kidding? Really? That's mine.
What?
That's my blood pressure, man. Yours should be just an ounce higher or just a little bit higher. Well, yeah, I know it's normal. 107 over 75. Holy shit.
Hold on.
That's really good.
I was
Here, do
trying
this.
to-
And your heart rate was 67?
I don't know. I don't.
Your heart rate's at the bottom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is that good?
Yeah. Here. And then you can use this.
So I was looking at my watch, and when all this was happening, because the watch does the blood pressure and all that sort of stuff, and it was
Right.
at 55 beats per minute, which I don't know if that is that good or
And that's below normal.
yeah. So it's like to answer your question that you thought earlier, it's like my heart wasn't racing; it was doing the opposite. It was like slowing down, which was weird. So 119.76 and then 68.
Okay. Yeah, it's still good. Yeah, it's good.
All right, cool.
Just imagine.
Now I feel like Patrick.
Hey, you know what? That shit helps me because it puts my mind at ease.
So what are these numbers supposed to be?
Oh, that's oxygen and heart rate. 66.98. Yeah, you're good.
99.86.
99.86. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool.
99 is the oxygen level. 86 is the heart rate, and then you got your blood pressure right there and everything. So it's all good. Maybe you should go to the neuro. You know. So.
But yeah, that was really, really fucking weird. Especially the whole tingling up here. Like that aspect was like really kind of fucking creepy. What the fuck? Bitch, how do you turn it off?
Just push the button. There you go. All right.
Everything with that is just push a button.
Just push a fucking button.
Just push a button. Just a random button. There's
just
3 of them.
Fucking push a
Figure
button.
one out.
So.
Okay, good. Whew. All right, y'all got me all fucking scared, and Patrick's no got me all scared. So at least I know I'm not dying.
Well.
Trust me, man. That shit was fucking. It was no joke. And then to have those weird fucking dreams to top it all off, like.
I mean, you might seriously. I mean, you know, if you ended up going to the hospital.
No, I had epilepsy when I was younger. Petit mal seizures.
Yeah, then you should go to the doctor.
But I didn't have any. I didn't have any episodes or anything like that. It wasn't like that. Because I was driving.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
but I mean, like I said, if you would have went to the hospital, you wouldn't be here. I mean, you wouldn't be physically here right now.
Mm-hmm.
They would be fucking doing all kinds of tests because they would fucking.
Oh yeah, they would have fucking been trying to run damn gamut and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, and I'd be like, "Oh, and get this." So you know, I fucking hate like the house is always subarctic, right?
Where?
The house
here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like I don't like hot. I don't like to sweat. Blah blah blah. I had the fucking car at 80 degrees, and I had the temperature of the seat on high.
Wow.
Yeah, and I still wasn't comfortable, dude. Like, it was fucking. It was weird, man. Really weird.
Yeah.
Luckily, it fucking went away. Although I do physically feel like drained. Like I literally feel like I fucking ran a marathon and shit afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I said, maybe you should go see the doctor. Maybe you should
probably
go see a neuro or something. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look how quiet everybody is now.
That's funny. Well, I'm glad y'all concerned. Maybe that's why y'all are in my dreams.
Everybody's going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's crazy when everybody like put up at the same time, like the stroke thing. I was like,
oh yeah.
Fuck. Especially since one of my good buddies had, actually, I have several friends that have had strokes and stuff like that. And one of my friends is paralyzed on the left side of his face, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm okay too. I'm glad I survived. I think if I kept driving, I probably wouldn't have.
Yeah.
No, I did not do an at-home drug test to see if I was slip something. But the fact that it lasted as long as it did, like nothing that I know of lasts that long. You know what I mean? Natalie says, "Let's talk about those dreams. Free therapy.
It's free."
Yeah, like I wish I could. Like honestly, I wish I had the fucking details. Like I really do, because like
right,
so fucking vivid. And they were so detailed. And I, like Andy said, I never fucking dream. Like I never get enough sleep to dream. But it's almost like my body just like kind of just, forced me to pass out.
Lindsay took X that lasted that long, really?
It must have been a triple stack, something or another.
A triple stack.
So I know triple stack white doves will last about 12, 18 hours.
Okay.
Not from personal experience, of course.
Yeah, whatever.
From what I heard.
Yeah,
From my research,
yeah.
scientific purposes.
From your from your guy
from my guy.
from your guy out on the street that Andy.
From my guy on the street. Yeah. Andy, to answer your question, I think it was like around 9 p.m. and it felt like it was fucking 6 a.m. Like it felt like I had done an all night bender or some shit. Like by the time I finally like went to bed, I think I fucking passed out with clothes on and everything. I don't even remember. Like I just it was out. Could be exhaustion over time. Could be. Like I said, it's like my body just yeah. Andy says, "Oh yeah, that was drugs."
Yeah.
But I'm like, why would somebody waste their perfectly good drugs on me?
Yeah.
And at Arby's of all places.
No shit.
What was in there? Au jus sauce. Au jus getting fucked up, bro.
Right. Well,
Oh man, but yeah, it was pretty fucking scary.
just to be on the safe side, I think you should go see a neuro,
Yeah,
or at least
Maybe.
go talk to your doctor about it.
right.
Yeah.
I'll just send them this video. They can fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Get your crap checked, no joke. Full workup. All right. Byron says, I did X one time and absolutely hated it. Worst experience ever, middle of the summer, and I had sweats on and under blankets.
Wow.
Yeah, well. My experiences I heard were very different.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not personal ones, of course. Just ones that I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
Stories.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know somebody that painted somebody's 2-acre fence while
Who?
on X.
Who?
Somebody.
Oh.
Dude,
this is cool, man.
They did it. They did a whole 2-acre fence in a day.
Wow.
Yep. Drugs.
That's a lot.
A powerful drug.
Yeah. Did he sing Huey Lewis?
No.
A new drug or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Natalie says, Sloth Bear Lady says hello.
Sloth Bear. Yeah.
Tell her hi. She was cool. I forgot to get their cards. Son of a bitch. I usually grab their card. She was from Missouri.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and I told her where I lived in Missouri and stuff like that. And so they moved to Florida, bought a bunch of land. And then they have a bunch of wildlife and stuff on there. And
Right.
It's really cool because like most of the people that I've met that do the exotics and stuff have been just like the most coolest fucking people, like just personalities and like just opening up and just like I literally like want to have them on the podcast because it's like they're so cool.
Are they going to be a Sloth Bear?
They could probably do a podcast like remotely and then
they need to
do their
bring a Sloth Bear.
Yes, to give us a tour of their fucking facility. No, that was one of the things that I asked. So a lot of these people too, I've noticed, are very reluctant for you to take pictures and video and that sort of stuff, which obviously made me want to question and want to figure out like why. And basically what it is a lot of these people will report like if there's like a turd on the ground, right? They're like, oh my God, unsanitary fucking conditions. And then they'll like, and I was like, yeah, there's too many fucking Karens out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happens is, a lot of these people don't want you to video or film or whatever, because then you're going to, they can go to and spin it however they want to, which is what I finally, got to the bottom of. And I was like, man, people fucking suck. But yeah.
Isn't the guys called Kevin's?
No, I think they're called Chads.
Are they really?
Yeah. Andy says Sloth Bear sounds like something nasty like Wolf Cookie, Gorilla Face, Dirty Sancho, and Sloth Bear.
Sloth Bear. Yeah.
Oh, they are really cool though. And it was funny because like they had 4 or 5 of those wild boars, like baby boars, and I'm like, yeah, don't bring those to Texas because that's fucking hunting. People are hunting those things.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
So anything else?
that's it, man.
Hmm.
Shit, the last half hour was Devin's health segment.
Yeah, we should have had Devin's health segment.
It's a new thing we're doing on the podcast, apparently.
A new thing doing on the podcast. Devin's
new
health segment.
Yeah, new segment on the podcast, Devin's health segment.
Oh yeah. Okay. You're getting well.
I mean, first time ever to freaking bust out a damn blood pressure machine and fucking
Take it on air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like high, having to deal with all these people. Shit, fuck.
Yeah, because we all give you anxiety.
Yeah, apparently, according to
Lena.
to Lena, y'all give me anxiety.
Right.
I gave sausage rolls. You come out to Marty B's tomorrow. I'll bring you some. Oh, dude, they're sausage rolls.
You going out to Marty's? What time are you going to be at Marty's?
Yeah, what's going on at Marty's? I need schedules. I need information.
What the fuck?
She has sausage.
Oh. Okay.
You come out to Marty B's tomorrow. I'll bring you some.
Okay.
Oh, I might come up there. I need to go say hi to Marty. I ain't talked to him in a hot minute, if he's ever there.
7-Eleven.
I think she's going to be there 7-Eleven tomorrow.
7-11.
7-11. Because when she said 7-Eleven, I'm like, yeah, there's 2 7-Elevens like right by there.
Mars Hill.
Oh, I need to go. I need to meet. I saw Deonna was on the podcast, right?
Oh, it was Deonna, not Deanna?
Or Deanna?
Oh, okay.
Was it Deanna? Deonna?
Yeah, I don't know. I think she's. I think.
Deanna.
I think Deanna is related to one of my cousins.
Really?
Yeah.
Small world.
I think she is. I mean, Lee is married into the family, but I think she's probably related.
She said 7-11 Mars Hill Band. Was that, Lena, was that the same band that I met up with you that one time that we went into the green room and hung out? If so, let me know.
You just rhymed.
I know, for sure. That's how we do.
There you go.
Hey!
Okay, so we got to write that shit down.
All right.
I don't remember it already.
All right, so Marty B's tomorrow.
Okay, Marty's 7-11.
Tweezers this time. That's hilarious. So what happened? Which the reference that she's meaning. So one of the singers or one of the band members, his earbuds broke off in his ear.
Oh no shit!
And so they're trying to get the earbud, like surgically remove it out of his ear or whatever. Yeah, it was all jacked up. So yeah. And I forgot exactly how we pulled it out, but bass player.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, y'all. We're almost at the 3-hour mark. We appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. Love you long time. Go see Lena tomorrow at Marty B's. I might have to go.
7-11.
7-11.
Mars Hill Band.
Mars Hill. If you haven't been to Marty B's, go check it out.
I might go.
You should.
I might.
That's right. Kayla took it out with a paper clip. We MacGyvered that shit.
MacGyvered.
All right, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. Love you. And we will catch you next Tuesday when Andy will be here, hopefully in the studio. And I will be here. And everything will be amazing. And we will have some more juicy news stories and some new crime topics. And if you want us to talk about something, feel free to send us some stuff on the Frustration Unlimited page.
That's a good idea.
That way we can talk about whatever you want us to talk about. So that way we're not just picking stuff that we want to talk about.
That's usually how the podcast goes.
That's usually how it goes. But nevertheless, if you haven't liked and subscribed, go ahead and do that on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Follow us, like, subscribe, all that good jazz. We appreciate you tuning in. Love you long time, and we will catch you on Tuesday. Y'all be safe. Have a good one.
All right, later, y'all.
Catch you later.